Hello, welcome to a very ill-prepared view from the afternoon.
Terrible intro. You can do better than that, Ben.
Should we do it again?
Yeah, go from the top.
Hello and welcome to the view from the afternoon.
Woo!
Woo! Hey, look, we've got Jamie Graham here.
Who the fuck's Jamie Graham?
Who the
Nobody
fuck is Jamie
knows.
Graham?
Yeah.
Friend of the squad,
Why is he here if nobody knows?
because we like him.
I'll tell you why. Jamie's
on.
a great friend of ours and someone who really sings off the same hymn sheet, as you might say in a retail sense. We've known each other for a long time, Jamie. You've been
That
here
sings
before.
off the same hymn sheet.
You never heard that?
That's
Yeah, of
more,
course I have.
It's more corporate than
That's what they're
retail,
saying.
that.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
they say
you've
in
really
retail.
changed, man.
Sings off the same hymn. I've never heard that saying.
You never heard that?
Yeah.
Have you ever worked in like a retail environment?
No, not really.
There you
no.
go.
You
It's
worked
Been an
in-
office boy.
Yeah.
I worked in Mackey's for a bit. That don't really count, does it? No.
We have the same
Food
synergy.
retail?
Are you feeling me now?
I am feeling it.
Yeah, there we go. Synergy.
Do you know what I like? I feel like
The
we've
ducks
really...
want bread, give them bread.
God. If the ducks want...
Water,
Oh, shit, I
give
fucked
a man
it.
a horse.
What's off a duck's back? I don't know. I'm just
No,
saying.
if you ask the ducks what they want, they'd say faster bread.
They would.
Maybe.
So we've known Jamie for many years now. We met on the internet. You can think of us as
Sorry,
like
what?
as like Xbox friends,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's a good way of putting it. I think. Yeah.
and here he is now,
Yeah.
live and direct.
Do you know what I like?
live.
Well, not live.
No, not live.
Indirect.
Literally, indirectly not live.
Well, what they don't
We
know.
we really stumbled into that intro.
Just a bit.
What do you expect?
So for context,
disgusting.
Rob's drinking a Stella.
You said that about the
So-
WKD as well.
The WKD and this is disgusting.
So
Why
the
you
only
buy that, man?
the only reason that I'm here is because I said to Rob yesterday, "Are we going out?" And he said, "I can't afford it." And then he said, "Do I want to do the podcast?" Immediately, we can expense the booze then.
Absolutely.
Right. So this podcast only exists so that I can have a beer and not pay for it.
And you're having a Red Bull.
I'm having a Red Bull,
We
yeah.
didn't pay for
Because I'm knackered. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been to a little festival this
Yeah?
past weekend.
And if you want to know more about the festival that Rob and Rose went to, stay tuned because we'll have a special episode of the podcast very soon.
And all our favourite members of the squad went, didn't they?
Yeah,
Aside from you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
What we
I
now
didn't
know
do
is the Cum Squad.
Come squad.
More on that next week.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh, you do, Jamie, you do. bro.
Yes.
I'm skipping that video.
I'll listen to it, but I won't watch it because I don't know what I'll see.
Don't you want to come?
Not with you.
That's what
I didn't say that.
That's what Lado said to me, wasn't it? Don't you
Yeah.
want to come?
Yeah?
It's
Yeah.
a
Did you
poignant
get
question.
Lado's number? Or?
So a guy that I sorry if you can hear the police sirens. We live in the hood. A guy that I knew from many years ago from a different walk of life just randomly messaged me after 10 years and was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, what does he want? Apple discount,
Yeah.
festival ticket."
Yeah.
Where was I working 10 years ago?
Goes, I just think you look quite sexy. Do you want sucking off?
Well, it's a polite offer.
So I was like,
Going in
"Alright."
with a compliment first as
Yeah,
well. Like,
like,
yeah.
Why
I'll
did the
take
girl?
it.
Why
What a
did the-
salesman I see.
Why do the girls say that? So I was like, "Oh, you've been hacked, haha."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I'm serious." I'm like, "Very funny," and he's like, "I'm deadly serious." Like I saw, and he like proved it was him by saying like, "We saw each other the other day in like
Yeah.
Oh my
Sainsbury's or something." And I was like, "Oh, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks, though."
Thanks for the offer.
Thank you.
So then,
Thanks, I'm
like
full.
he's been taught how to overcome objections in a sales environment, and it's like, "Don't you want to come?" I'm like,
That's a real existential question.
I mean, I always want to come.
Like,
Yeah,
shit,
like-
when you put it like that, I mean,
It's like a salesman, isn't it? Like
I do wanna come.
you don't want a discount to this great product.
And do you know what? Actually, I got my laptop here. I can read
Yeah.
the exact quote for you.
So for context,
Bookmarked.
for context to the audio listeners, we're drinking. So there's a bit of a
Yeah.
different vibe.
Well, I've had one sip of Stella.
Okay, you've
so-
had one sip.
I've had a Red Bull. Oh, a bit of a Red Bull.
Sorry, me and Jamie have been drinking.
well, Ben lured me to Leeds and plied me with 3 pints. That's a better way of putting it, I think.
I don't
Not-
think
not
that'll
his
stand up
first
in
time.
court. I don't think that'll stand up in court, personally.
No, we had a lovely time.
Just
Had a
the
lovely
I just saw about the chat. One thing is just
don't.
K, bro.
Are you gay, bro?
I just said.
So it goes. In fact, do you want to role play this with me?
Oh, right.
I thought you'd never ask.
You
Go on,
can,
Raz,
you
come
can,
on.
You can be him, and I'll be me.
That's quite an exchange you've got there.
Oh well, you'll
I'll
leave
be-
it
Yeah.
out.
Why are you sending pictures to each other?
So
I'll be the gay or bisexual man.
Yep. So it's not too hard of a learning curve
Yeah.
for you.
Yep.
So I'll say, no, Matt. So, no, mate. I don't believe it's you. Nice try.
I talked to you in so this
God,
is
with feeling, with feeling,
Sorry,
Raz.
this is a great podcast already.
You're a shit actor.
I talked to you in Sainsbury's. Remember when I was temping there? Wouldn't bullshit. God, sorry, it's really badly worded. Wouldn't bullshit about summit like this, mate.
It's a class frape. That's what we used to call them. It's a class frape, though. I've had it done on my account before. It's funny as shit.
It's not a frape, lol. I come in game other week and seen you.
I can't remember, lol.
I'm bi, honestly. It's not a wind up, mate. Ah, now we know.
Either way, bro, I'm straight, I'm afraid.
It's only a blowjob. Just want to suck you.
Why are you scared of being straight?
Still not my kind of thing, man.
How come you're the one getting pleasure, huh?
Still a bit gay, though, innit? Ha.
Yeah, well, a bit. You're not the gay one because you're just getting pleasure, huh? Only want to make you come. Don't you want to come?
Not like that, man. I don't swing that way, mate.
Okay, bro.
It's the
NC.
You were far too polite.
it's the has on the end that really sell it. Like,
There's a
Get the BAFTAs in.
There was a conversation after that. I'd love to know more.
Yeah.
interesting.
A video call. It seems.
Listen, man. I mean, a guy who's got to come.
Why are you calling him?
It was just more of the same.
Anyway,
but I just
so
stopped-
can you link
stopped
me up?
replying. Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
I think you were far too polite in that. You need to be more
Yeah.
confident saying "fuck off."
Nah,
in
you
the
can be.
situation.
You can be
You got to
polite,
leave
but
these doors open, mate.
Yeah.
You never know
just in case
when
you're-
it might come in
Yeah,
useful.
because he
Yeah.
could be a hiring manager in the future.
Do you remember that time you said no to me sucking you off? You've not got the job.
Yeah. I mean,
God
Rob, your
damn
CV is excellent, mate, but it says here you said no to me wanting to suck you off. Like, that's
No, smile.
Not
Never burn
right.
a bridge. Never
That's
burn
it, mate. That's
Never
true.
burn a
Never
bridge,
burn a
that's what they
bridge.
say.
Yeah. Some bridges can be burnt, but not all of them.
God.
Oh, dear.
It's really set the tone, hasn't
How
it?
do we move on from that? Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's only a vacuum now.
So we're going to talk about... We're not talking about Burning Man this week, are we?
What's that?
We're not talking about Burning Man this
What
week.
is Burning Man?
Well, they've already.
Well, if you want to know, check out the.
Haven't they already seen it by the time this comes out?
Yeah, so if you've not seen the Burning Man vlog,
It's great.
what you're doing,
Guess
it's really
what?
good.
They have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon, what we on? Maybe 2 weeks from now, it'll come out, the Burning Man podcast.
If you want. Yeah.
We'll see. See what happens. These people are very hard to pin down, guys.
Jamie,
So,
tell us three
hard job.
truths and a lie about you.
Yeah.
3 truths and a lie. I once slept in a car park in my car. I am 6 foot tall. And fuck, think of a lie for me, Ben. Think of a lie. Because the 6 foot bit's definitely true.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
And I've
on.
seen Bullet for My Valentine 9 times.
okay.
There you go.
I think
that's
that whenever someone does this shit, right? 'cause
Listen, you put me on the
Here
spot.
we
What did
go.
you expect?
when there's no worse
Teed
than,
himself up.
than
hasn't
when
he?
people do like in the office environment, like 2 truths and a lie. I don't know if you ever have to do
Icebreaker,
them.
yeah.
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 There's always some prick that chooses something they've done, but there's just a variable change.
Yeah.
So like you could be saying like, I've actually seen them 11 times. That was the lie, and it just ruins the game. I'm not saying you've done that because I know for a fact you're not 6 foot tall, but
What do you mean?
Yeah, those heels look quite tall.
but
The Air Force
there is always someone that does that.
No, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
It is annoying.
I've been to 17 countries. that was the lie. It's actually 19.
Well, no,
as
yeah,
of last week, I was just in Peru with my father.
Well,
Bloody mad one.
Definitely not you then.
bloody
That wasn't
hell.
me.
No, obviously the 6 foot thing was a lie, but me almost getting robbed by a homeless man sleeping in my car, it was true.
Where was that?
You didn't say all about the homeless man.
He didn't, did he?
You just said
What
he
he's
was
done is
that
he's
wanker.
skipped
Shit.
it. He had a
Okay, well-
pre-planned agenda point that he then teed up, but missed a vital detail. And it's all unraveling now,
Well, that's all
Jamie.
right then, because you're an editing genius and you can crop that to make that look more favourable.
Absolutely not.
How do you know he was homeless?
Is crop the right word?
No.
If
I
you want.
suppose I didn't know he was
Oh,
homeless.
we
but I
can
can
change the
explain that-
aspect ratio on that one, Jamie.
I can explain the story.
Yeah, please do.
So actually, it was
What car?
Ford Focus, 2019, metallic grey.
What car park?
It was Churchill Square in Brighton.
Okay.
It was when you guys were down in Brighton to see the 1975.
Did he offer to
Best.
suck you off?
Best weekends of my life, that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I was going to say Rob might know him.
In Brighton, I won't be surprised.
Oh, quite. No, you guys were down, and the train strikes were on at that point, And I thought, I want to go down and see you, because I don't get to see you very often. It would be nice to go for a drink. But I'm a cheapskate. I didn't want to pay for a hotel.
Yep.
So I thought I'll drive down. I'll sleep in my car. Genius. I've got a C-class vehicle, Ford Focus. It's very large.
Yeah.
Quite comfortably sleep in the back of that. So what could go wrong? So we had a good night out. Everything went well. I retreated back to.
Wait, did we go out?
Yeah, in Brighton, in Chalk.
Fucking hell, of course.
Yeah, because you had fucking curry breath that night.
Yeah, it was the
You had a
masala
And you kept,
fish.
you kept burping.
Yeah,
It was
oh.
like, just, "Rah," and a
It
bit of
was,
curry
that
come
was
out.
so funny. We still talk about that often.
It was very funny. Yeah, it was the 80s night, wasn't it, in Chalk?
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds great.
It was
Mate, it was
good-
class.
it
We
was
had a good time.
Yeah, Chalk is a good venue if you're ever down in Brighton. So we had a good time, and we all retreated back to our. Well, you guys went to a hotel, and I stayed in my car, and it was going pretty well. I was sleeping in the car. The only annoying thing was that the car park had blaring lights on all night, obviously, because why would they go dark?
I
That
hate
was
that.
kind of difficult to sleep
Secure.
in.
CCTV maybe as well.
Well, you
yeah.
say secure, but the next thing would lead us to believe that it wasn't. Because I thought it's a sealed car park. You have to enter a code to get in. I thought I'll be fine. And about 4 a.m., I'm laying in the back. So imagine the back of a Ford Focus.
I know it well.
We're not sitting in the front. Bit concerning.
Bridie had one. We slept in it many a
Very
time.
nice.
Multi-story? No.
No, it wasn't multi-story, but I was on like the
He's
first floor.
he's only
Okay.
telling one story at the minute.
Yeah, we'll save the rest for later.
Oh, clever.
And about, I think it must have been like 4 a.m. I was like kind of like in that weird in-between sleep stage. And I heard my front door open, my passenger door. So I hadn't locked it because I'm a fucking idiot.
You are a fucking idiot.
Well, and it was some bloke who, again, I presume to be homeless. Maybe I was wrong for that. Who I can only assume was trying his luck on cars, see if any were unlocked, to
Yeah.
try and find something valuable. And what he wasn't bargaining on was a bearded fat bloke being in the back of the car, half asleep.
Yeah.
And he shit himself.
What was he doing in the back of your car?
He shit himself. I shit myself, obviously, and just kind of went, "Oi, fuck off."
Oh, I know it well.
And and he slammed the door, and I saw him full pace sprint out of that car park.
It's like a spider. Like he's more scared of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally, yeah.
And he had 8 legs.
He did have 8 legs. That was strange. Though. I
Mental,
thought that, but
yeah.
I thought I'd let it go because he's had a hard time.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
streets and all that.
Pollution, isn't it?
Well,
We had that in Europe in our RV.
Yeah, it was
and
in France on the way back.
Same thing. We're sleeping in the RV. I mean, you meant to in them, but we didn't have the cab door locked.
We were really comfortable.
Yeah,
like
it's not socially acceptable,
yeah.
innit?
I don't even think we were hammered.
A Ford Focus is reasonably comfortable. An RV, that's
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
beautiful. But guy like opens the front driver's side door over there and just reaches in to try and like nab something.
shit.
and-
Maybe like 2 or 3 a.m.
Raz
I
just
was still
shouts,
awake.
Yeah.
Oi! But I always think like, would I be within my rights if I'd have woke up and seen that?
It's a battery.
Well, I won't be able to batter him, but just slam the door on his hand.
Yeah?
Would I get done for that?
Yeah,
What
I
happened
I
at
think-
uni? A guy tried to get into my window at uni, like my top window. I thought, God, he's no idea I'm watching him right now. Just slam it on his. What's he gonna do? Go to police?
What did you
I
do?
think you'd be. I
Oh,
think
police, like
in
a
this
little
country and Europe, you'd be fine. But probably in America, you'd probably get sued for that somehow.
Yeah.
Knowing the way it is out there.
Like the farm, not the
No, I
farm, the old guy who shot someone who was running away from his house after burglary. Like he got done because the idea was he was
Well,
running
if you're
away.
running
but-
away, I get.
Yeah.
you
Well, you
don't
probably
shoot a man in
shouldn't
the
shoot him
back.
then. Yeah, that's.
But part of me thinks like you want him to not come back.
Well, don't fucking kill him, Ben. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
like
fire a shot at their feet or something. It's
You
scary.
can shoot someone and not kill them. Though.
maybe shout and don't come back. Like,
Yeah. And stay out and shake your fist, and then
Yeah.
they'll never come back.
Are you that confident in your marksmanship skills that you could maim someone and not kill them?
I'd give it a good go, man.
It's concerning. It says a lot about you. That does.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
okay.
What if that person's got haemophilia and the blood doesn't clot?
Hey,
Ooh,
hey,
yeah.
That's a very
hey,
fair
come
point.
on in. Let's have a chat. Hey, what?
Another misunderstood individual.
What factor are
You've
you?
got to stick together.
Why are we working against you? Those hemophiles need to. Those waterphiles? No, not
Excuse
hemer.
me?
Not hemer.
Oh, do you know-
I'm the other type.
It's the world against us. We've got to
It
stick
is.
together, mate. Terrible. So yeah, I almost got mugged by some homeless man, but I fought him off.
Well
Nice.
done.
Yeah.
Sounds like a big
Yeah,
fight.
well done,
It
man.
was, and then I was so shit scared.
You
I
have to
couldn't-
be awake and just drive home.
Well, no, because I couldn't because I'd been drinking, so I had to just sit there.
Sit
worst.
wired.
I tried to
Silver-
get back to sleep and I couldn't, so I just sat there, bolt upright, the next like 5 hours, just
Oh
like,
no.
I'd
like
love
scrolling through YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
I'd love if like
Anyway, so he didn't drive home drunk. He just drive home really tired.
Yeah.
I'd love if there was like just by circumstance the car park CCTV like saw into your thing and some like security guard just started his shift. There's just a guy in his back seat just sat there like 2 a.m. Like, what's he doing?
I feel like you're probably not allowed to do that as well. I feel like that's against the law.
There is a law.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
you
you're
can't-
not
yeah,
allowed.
you-
And my mum did mention that, but I was like,
And isn't there something about it being, this might be nonsense, but I remember the first time we slept in a car, me and the boys at uni, and there was some like,
Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
yeah, it was in Sykes Street in Liverpool, in Preston, in a Hyundai Getz 1.1 hatchback, 5-door, black,
very nice.
2007.
What was the reg?
I was gonna
It
say,
was an 07.
MOT
And,
rank.
Probably scrapped by now, you know.
Yeah.
and I've
Shit.
since learned it was 2 cars like glued together illegally.
Oh, like
Oh,
Top
like a-
Gear,
like
like
a-
the Top
like
Gear
a-
limo.
Like on Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
Um,
Cut and shut. That's what
yeah,
they call
it
Yeah.
was. And anyway, so we were sleeping in that, and there was something where we were like, right, we're all hammered. You need to leave the key like
Yeah.
outside the car because, like, I don't know if there was any truth to this. This was 2010,
It's
but
like,
like you can't be pissed in the car as
can't
the
be drunk.
driver with the keys in the car.
It's
So we left
because
them on the wheel.
The law is if you're in control of the vehicle.
yeah, you can't be drunk in charge
and
of a
that's
vehicle.
like you if you've got the key you are. So there is an act. So because I held this belief, and I don't. It might be true. I don't know, but I held the belief like if I put the key in the glove box and I'm clearly on the back seat, that's fine. But I
Yeah.
don't know if that's right. I mean, I've not done it for a long while,
Mm.
but I've slept in my car a couple of times drunk, and that was my belief. But,
It is a last
hey, I'm not a
resort thing.
lawyer.
Yeah.
It is a last resort thing. Nobody would do that willingly.
No,
It is
not
a bit of shit,
intentionally.
isn't it? Yeah.
Not when you thought you were gonna sleep in your mate's flat, but then he went to bed early and you
Was that
couldn't
me?
you couldn't reach him, so you had to
Was
Yeah.
that me?
sleep in your car in Beeston in the freezing cold.
Yeah, and
I
you're
don't think that
using
was me.
using the home pod and
Yeah,
can't
and
play
you had
music
to,
real loud anymore.
and technically you were breaking the law because you had to turn the engine on to have the heating on, but you
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to be warm, not legal. So
Oh, what a fucking sob story.
yeah,
Way
it's
to bring the
really-
mood down.
Yeah.
Who was this
Jesus.
gentleman?
Hey,
was it
we're
you?
all sat on the same sofas, aren't we? So.
Wearing a different one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Can I join your one?
Yeah, mate, there's room, brother. There's room.
Do you want it?
Hey, Ben, that story really sucks.
It's too early, man.
No,
Is
give,
it?
give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vacuum
Right.
Wait,
chat.
shall I? Because I'm
Go
new
on.
to the podcast. Shall I introduce my Hoover equipment that I use?
I think no. We'll get to your Hoover equipment in a minute.
Okay.
I
Hoover, you got a Hoover.
Hey, bear with.
Branded.
We're gonna
Wow.
wait.
He's a
No,
smart-
We're gonna wait for that.
Oh,
no,
he's a
I've got a
Because we're
vacuum
gonna-
cleaner, sorry.
There we go.
He's a dummy.
Is
We're
a
gonna
dummy.
we're gonna
Fucking
segue
dummy,
into
yeah.
that. So has anyone seen Rogue Traders?
Nope.
Do you not? Have you seen like these programs where it's like you'll buy something, but the product's defective, and it's like from a scam company,
Oh,
like retail.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
like
yeah.
like phone repair guys
Like,
and
yeah,
stuff.
like
and
these-
they like film them.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
they've
a
got
TV
hidden
program, innit?
cameras and
Yeah,
the-
or they'll get someone
they
doing
scan-
driveways.
or someone like
Like
someone will
panorama
clean.
and shit like
Yeah,
that.
someone
Yeah.
will clean your roof, but they don't clean the roof.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You watch a lot, Dave, do you?
Yeah, and BBC. So I recently bought a vacuum cleaner.
You're joking.
I'm not joking, and I am over the fucking moon with this vacuum cleaner.
Go on, tell me the brand.
It's a Sebo. Sebo.
What?
SEBO. So it's a Sebo E3, right? It's a canister vacuum with
Rob,
a
pull that
bag,
up.
I got it.
right? It is the best canister vacuum you can buy,
Is it?
and I am so thrilled.
One of them.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Oh,
looks-
that's interesting.
It looks
Genuinely,
It does
Yeah.
look shit. Yeah. It's not
genuinely, boys, if you actually do your vacuum research, you will find that it's the best vacuum cleaner you can buy.
bang for the buck.
Is it though?
No,
Better
it
than
is.
the Henry.
It
It's
is.
expensive.
Is it? I didn't pay that much.
£514.90.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
That's
I
an
didn't-
ex-VAT price.
I didn't pay that much.
German as well, so you know
It
they're
is
good.
German. But the idea is that's a buy it for life. You can repair it yourself, parts readily available, bagged. Very happy.
I
Go
don't
on.
want to be the guy that sat there in my mid-30s repairing a vacuum cleaner.
Exactly.
Nah,
Oh,
but
I
like
love that.
replacing
Yourself.
parts.
I love that.
Rather than chuck out
God's.
a Dyson and buy another one, it's the right move.
Oh,
That's what's good about the Henry.
Yeah,
It's you can
agreed.
just sort it out.
Agreed. Henry is also
got
in
about
the
two
rank top. Hey, good news. So the
96
recording,
gigs.
the
96
recording
gigs
just
are right.
crashed, which we've never had before.
We haven't.
But
I
we're
wonder what
back
could have
now.
caused that.
My presence.
That's weird,
I
that.
think,
Maybe.
done that, yeah.
Maybe.
Detects a foreign object.
Yeah.
I brought a foul curse upon this place.
By
Yeah.
definition, you being here, it requires more processing power because it's not just a static image there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can stay still.
God,
I can stay
imagine
still.
that.
I mean,
Imagine
that
if
is
that's
literally-
It
That
is
was
literally. That is true. And actually, it makes sense because if you look, the blurriness, it's almost like the blurriness is on me to offset you being here.
Is it because of my green top? Like it's a weird shade of green, do you reckon? Try to do some chroma key shit.
I mean, God,
that
God
would
only
be-
knows, mate.
That would be almost as ridiculous as when you had the Piccadilly thing here during COVID.
You were
And
at that, weren't
I
you?
was, yeah,
We
and
came
I
straight
saw the
We
whole-
came straight from J Grey Fest.
Yeah. No, it was the night before.
Was
In
it?
the video,
Oh, yeah.
you've edited it like that.
Right.
In practice.
Bit of
Sorry,
movie
spoilers
magic.
for the.
I believe my own. I believe my own lie.
I think that video's even gone now anyway. So it
It's
doesn't
private,
matter.
yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
for the best.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was just ridiculous that there was the power delivery from that charger that was causing all of those problems.
Truly,
Mental. Genuinely mental.
absolutely insane, mate.
Yeah.
It'll be a dodgy ground, won't it?
Yeah, or something like that. And you had three, a stretch 4 with Ben in the room, IT professionals.
Absolutely.
I don't even remember.
It
that
was
happening,
truly,
but-
it was truly a moment of someone has to think outside the box
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
as to what's causing it,
Mm.
and no
I
one.
think was it you who figured it out in the end? I think you figured it out. that
It
was
does
a
sound
charger.
like me, yeah. Smart lad. Figured
Nah,
out
that can't be right.
3 or 4 things wrong on the RV this past weekend. More on that next week.
Hey, I've got our headline conversation, by
Yeah?
the way, for the clickable title.
Right, let me finish my story right quick.
Sorry.
And then let's
Move
continue
on.
on.
Sorry,
I,
yeah.
I was thinking earlier. I think
Very,
I know
very
what it is.
quickly. Long story short, so I bought this Hoover, very excited,
Yeah.
but I've not got it.
Right.
I've
That's
had
a
to
You're
send it
joking.
back.
bit like my TV.
Wait,
A bit
wait,
like your TV.
You've got it, but you had to send it back.
Yes.
You just
So
said
it
you-
arrived and I had to send it back. Well, so I ordered it. I'm going to call them out. I ordered it from a shop called Manchester Vax, which are the premium. They're not really premium. Basically, they're a major distributor of Sebo. I'm saying it wrong, I think. I don't know. Of Sebo Vax,
Sebo.
right? Sebo Vax.
Yeah.
So I ordered it from Manchester Vax for a good price. It arrived in good time. However, when I opened it, very clearly used.
Oh, interesting.
Scratches on the chassis.
Yeah.
Dust in the bag.
No dust in the bag.
How's that?
Scratches on the floor head. Scratches.
Was it working? Did you test it?
I did not test it because I didn't dare make. Because I didn't want them saying, "Oh, you've used it."
Mm.
You know, on the floor head. You know, on the where the brush roller is of your vac, that had clearly scuffs on. Clearly used.
Yeah.
No shadow of a doubt.
Just like your mother.
Thank you.
Like my TV.
Like your TV.
So
So
does yours, though,
immediately,
my TV.
it only come through the door maybe 30 minutes ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Immediate pictures.
I bet he was fuming.
I was fuming.
I'd
I'd
Leave
have
it.
just took it out of the
waiting.
box and used it.
Absolutely not. So I took pictures.
Yeah, I'm not that.
I
fussy.
emailed Manchester Vac, said, "Hiya, just received this vac off you.
I'd love
There's
to know
like
this word
some-
for word email.
There's some scrapes and scuffs or whatever. You know, it looks like it's like an ex demo model, something like that. Whatever.
My Henry's
Can,
next
can you let me?
No, it's
Like,
not. It's a
what's the
return.
sitch with this? Got a reply back. A really shit reply.
Mm.
We only send out new vacs. This is brand new vac from Cebu. If you're worried, ring the manufacturer. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, where's the customer service, man? Where's the? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to send us some pictures? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Where's the? Anyway, really shit email, shit reply.
Yeah.
I checked the reviews for Manchester Vax. Apparently, customer service isn't great.
Shit.
So I rang up Subaru, rang them up.
Impressive.
Yeah, I rang them up straight through. First of all, no call queue, no hit a number to choose
I
a
can't imagine
selection.
they've got a lot of people calling them.
Listen, but in this day and age,
Product
to-
that reliable.
to
what would
not-
you need to ring him for?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They think about
Exactly.
standing.
Well done.
to not have to press 1 or 2.
They'll literally think about standing down the customer service. They're that good.
Absolutely. I got through to Bab. Bab said,
Bab.
"What's up?"
Bab.
I said, "This, Bab."
Yeah. You're
I see,
talking,
where, I
Bab,
see
in a
where you're
minute.
going. Send us some pics. Sent the pics. Anyway, long story short, they collected it the day after and they sent me a new one.
Oh, Cebu direct.
Yeah. So
So thank you for calling, Ben.
Brilliant.
I think you sent us the wrong picture. That looks like a Coke can.
but it's just the point I was trying to make was really shit customer service by Manchester Vax, but Sebo absolutely smashed
That
it.
is
No
great.
call queue, no automated press 1, press 2, straight through to Bab. Bab was like, "That's not right. It should be a brand new, untouched product. It should come straight from the factory to Manchester Vac to you." we'll just sort this out for you.
Brilliant.
Day after, collect it. They say, what we'll do is we'll collect when we get it back to the warehouse, we'll check it over, but we believe you, and we'll send a new one out, and I'll get the guys to check it over before we ship it out to you. I was like, I could not ask for more.
So,
So they're taking the original one
So
back.
they're handling what the retailer fucked up. Not only they're handling it, but
God, that's
the
so
fact,
rare.
the
That
fact
normally it's the total opposite.
the fact that the company is like, and again, she could be chatting out her ass, but the way she's like, I'll get them to check it before they ship it out to you. That's a nice touch. That
yeah,
that is nice. But-
really good. Really turned me around.
Yeah. So the problem. So obviously, I'm new here, Ben. So
Yeah.
feel free to tell me if I'm overstepping the mark. But do you often use this your God-given authority on this podcast?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
The power that
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
been
yeah,
bestowed
the influence.
to kind of demolish independent small companies. Is that
Absolutely. I just feel so.
because they sound independent.
Yeah, they do. But here's the thing. Jamie.
A local company from
Here's
just
the
down the
thing.
road.
And you're using your platform.
Manchester Vax, Dyson spare parts, sales and service.
Do you know what?
Well, that's why you shouldn't have ordered from. It literally says Dyson spare parts.
No.
They don't know shit about Cebu.
Seboshop.co.uk is also very sneaky of Manchester Vax, because the Manchester Vax, but they've got the URL seboshop.co.uk.
Bollocks, they haven't, have they?
Yeah, they have. Sneaky as fuck, that, mate.
They're allowed to do that, do you reckon?
Guess so.
I'd
tell
be
it to the
lodging a
judge.
complaint
Hey.
with the ombudsman.
You're an idiot, Ben.
Why?
If you're in the media and are looking for a vacuum cleaner expert for a feature quote, location, or editorial input, please take a look at our media
Do you know what?
information
No,
page.
fuck them, because if that,
Oh,
honestly,
okay.
honestly, if that's the way you...
Cutting all ties.
No,
burning
because
bridges.
if that's the way you speak to your customers, I was shocked, man. I'm not going to shout her out.
Hey, mate, they've been on
I'm not, I
BBC
tell you
Breakfast.
what, I'm not going to shout out who.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shout out who emailed me. But let me tell you something. If you check out the Manchester Vax reviews,
I'm looking at them now.
a
They're quite poor.
a name comes up a lot.
They're quite
A
poor.
name comes up a lot, and I just think
Shit, wow.
I'm not. Listen, I don't believe in the customer's always right.
Hey,
the
I
customer
think
absolutely is
I
wrong.
think I've found the problem.
Yeah.
More about us. Cash for Sebos. We buy any old Sebo vacuum for fast cash on the spot. Between £10 and £100 paid for any Sebo delivered to our shop.
And then we just ship them straight on.
Delivered to our shop, dead or alive.
what's interesting, though,
to dump
is-
an old Dyson or Sebo, if you are local to us, we will collect free of charge.
What's interesting is so they're obviously dealing with used goods,
Yes.
Evidently.
and they just can't fathom that by some error internally
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
you've ended
So
up with a used one, which could happen. Like, you know, I've
Here's the
worked in
thing,
electronics retailers. It could happen.
So,
We
funny
sold an
enough,
iPhone
when I
out
was-
with a potato in the box.
Well,
No joke.
when I was thinking about all this, I was thinking about, obviously, I've worked in retail, hospitality, you've worked in retail. I was like, never in a million years would be, it's absolutely a new product. It's absolutely, of course you would be like, well, send us some pictures. Even if, because I've seen it before. I've seen it before. Like, I've got an old Vax, which I'm about to chuck out actually because it's shit. But there's a sticker on there that says, if you have any problems with this, ring us. Don't ring where you bought it from. So if Manchester Vax are like, any fault with the device, it's the manufacturer, I get that. But at bare minimum, just be like, that doesn't sound right. Send us some pictures.
Yeah, just follow the basic
Bare
customer service.
minimum.
I've done it before.
And
That is
then
pretty
say,
basic
oh,
stuff,
okay,
yeah.
you need to
I've done
ring
it
these
before,
guys.
even when I've been certain. There was a lad at game who used to come in. His name was Ladislav,
Cool name.
and
What
yeah,
lad?
cool name. Serial bullshitter.
Ah.
Like, would
Oh
come
my
in and
God.
just tell me
It's
about.
like that Spider-Man meme. Like, you at counter.
No, so he would just come in and like tell me about like his dad's just got another new Ferrari. It's like, I just simply don't care. I don't even know you. Never mind your dad.
If it was a Porsche, maybe you'd care.
Well, I still
absolutely.
wouldn't
Maybe
know.
a
Like, why are you
Lamborghini,
telling
but-
me this? I'm a sales assistant in a video game
Yeah,
retailer.
that's bizarre, that.
And he bought a used Sony Xperia out of our pre-owned tech. And he
Oh,
came
money
in.
went on car,
We were on
didn't it?
first name terms. And he came in a few days later and he was like, Rob, I'm not lying to you. He was like, I was using my Sony Xperia that I bought. And you know, I bought it just a few days ago. And I put it in my pocket and I started feeling it getting really hot. And I took it out of my pocket and I looked at it and I watched the glass just crack.
Whoa.
So the screen just cracked on its own. So I was like, "No, you're so full of shit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
But I was like, do you know what? Let me just follow the process.
We only send out new vacuum cleaners.
I don't believe you for a fucking second.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to, I'm here to help you
Yeah, of
ultimately.
course,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah,
you're
yeah.
bullshitting, but let me follow the process.
Yeah.
So I rang. We had this thing called TMTI, taught me through it. And you'd ring them if
Oh,
like a
God, that
customer
sounds
had
like
like a faulty Xbox,
Mm.
and they'd say, because game used to just return out, so
Yeah.
they set up this hotline so you would authorize that like you tested it
Mm.
and then get a code to do the return.
Yeah.
So if it was an Xbox, they'd talk you through on the phone, like hold down the power button. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you reset the PRAM if it's a Mac or whatever?
Sounds like you need disc care.
It sounds like you need extra warranty.
weird.
And anyway, I was like,
Selling
do you know what, Ladislav? This is not to do with me, mate. Whatever you say, I'll just explain that to the advisor and see what they say. So I ring the advisor, ring the TMTI in front of him, and I'm like, yep, got this gentleman here. He's bought this phone, blah blah blah. This is what happened. He just looked at the phone and it cracked, and they were like, right, here's your returns authorization number.
Oh, really?
And they just gave me the number. I was like, do you
Wow.
know what? I don't believe you.
But Sony,
You know you're lying,
Yeah.
but
It's just so not worth it, isn't it? Like,
But yeah, and sometimes that makes all the difference. And he got a return on his phone.
it's like how Amazon don't ask you for any kind of proof of a faulty delivery under a certain value. 'Cause
Yeah.
it costs them more money to go through the admin. Of
Well,
figuring things
I
out.
thought that. I don't know if you've had any first-hand experience with that, but
Not recently.
so I bought these drawers here just off camera, or listeners there, about 6
Very nicely
foot away.
labelled.
You can hear
Yeah,
them,
very nice of them.
hear the clap, maybe bounce off them. And it's cracked at the top, and they arrived cracked. So I was like, I don't care that they're cracked, but I'll have a refund.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were like,
course.
nah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And same when we bought a case of San Pellegrinos for like 12 quid, and it was the wrong one that arrived because the picture said 18% juice, and we know they're not.
Mm.
16% juice. Well, let's order these, see what arrives.
You've lost a lot of new viewers there. You haven't mentioned San Pelli.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
A few years, have you?
absolutely. Someone brought it up recently after Burning Man. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a whole thing for a while.
It was, wasn't it? Our whole community is named after it, mate.
I've had it before where I've got stuff off Amazon, done a return, and then they've just said, "Oh, just give me the refund.
Yeah, because
Just keep it."
I
I've
guess
done
it depends.
Okay, I
Do
will.
you want to tell your story? Is that?
Nah, I would. For certain reasons,
Okay,
I
okay.
would not like to tell that story.
before we get veer off too far, what Hoover do you have?
I am a proud
Sorry,
owner.
vacuum cleaner.
I am a proud owner of a original pneumatic Henry Hoover.
Excellent choice,
Wow.
brother.
When you say original,
Well, I say
What do you
original
mean
in
by
that
that?
it's not an imitation. It's
like ready salted.
It's manufactured by Pneumatic,
Yeah,
the company who make them.
Brilliant.
If you weren't aware, you should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
if you
I
didn't
was,
know.
of
yeah.
course.
course I'm aware.
UK
great
based.
company, right?
Yeah,
True,
UK based.
Support the UK. And yeah, it's an original. I mean, actually, we had one sadly die recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Very unheard of that.
Was it sudden or did it?
It was sudden. It just stopped
Yeah.
working. Something shorted, I guess, and we had to get a
Sure.
replacement from our landlord.
Yeah,
But
quite
he delivered
sharp.
it quickly and gave us another Henry. So we've got
Mm.
a brand new one now, which is good because the old one wasn't sucking so good.
No.
Yeah.
I've had them before myself, brother. There comes a
Yeah.
time and a place where you got to get rid.
As if you bought a new one and you didn't like repair it.
I know. Ben would lead you to believe that it's such
Yeah,
an
I
easy
would.
thing to do,
I would
but
Yeah.
repair it.
truth be
myself.
told, Raz, I can't be asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like any reasonable, sane human.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Yeah. Because they're so cheap anyway.
They're good
Henry
value.
Hoovers. Yeah, they're like
Yeah, they
50
are
quid.
good value.
Mine is a Henry, like plus, not a new code in
Interesting.
that
Fucking hell,
range.
Patreon money.
I don't know.
Big one.
I don't know what it does different,
Henry
but
plus.
that was like 150.
It's like a big Henry.
But it's like it's the same size, but it like sucks even better or something.
Does
Yeah.
it?
And it
Ah.
does suck, brother. Let
Holy
me tell
shit,
you.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a vacuum
Have
cleaner.
you purchased any other Hoover-related products recently, Robert? Any?
Oh well, I've just
Well, not
bought
Hoover,
these.
not Hoover
Well,
related.
I just
no,
bought
sorry,
these.
Related.
another popular vacuum.
I just bought
company.
these today. Actually, listeners will listen to the sound of them. These are the new Dyson. What are they called? On-track
On
headphones.
track. Yeah, they're sans the stupid air purification thing.
Yeah,
This
I wa-
That was so dumb.
It was done.
especially
was
considering
dumb.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
was
Dyson
that was what
Zone.
annoyed me the most.
That's the thing. If
Yeah.
there was any logic to it,
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, I wanted them since I saw them. I think they're amazing.
Mm.
They look great, and I went all the way to Trafford Centre today just to buy them, where the Dyson Experience store is. Got some decent service from two lasses in there. They
What about the
kinda-
Dyson
Did
store?
they sell you some headphones as well?
They did. They really did. They were nice.
Oh.
Thank you.
I think they couldn't believe someone bought them.
I think that
Really?
must have been surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, because I went in and I was like, there they are. Looked at them, and then I was just like, can I have these?
What was the store like?
really nice.
Yeah.
So it's called the Dyson Demo Store. That's the official name of it. And I was a bit worried that it would just be an experience as opposed to a retail store. And they've just got everything Dyson in there. It's class.
Size-wise, compared to like Apple Trinity.
Or like
What
a
we're
third
talking.
the size.
Yeah, okay.
Same width, 1/3 the depth.
Yeah.
They can't have that many retail stores across the
They
country.
really
No,
don't.
Is it
Yeah.
literally just Hoovers?
No,
and,
so
I
Dyson.
guess the hairdryer.
They
They
make
got a hairdryer, they got straighteners, they
they
got
got the
fans.
hairdryer, the straighteners,
Hand-
the
hand
air
dryer for
multipliers,
public
not
toilets.
fans, air multipliers,
Sorry.
hand dryers,
Right.
curlers.
James.
But they've also got like acoustic accessories like hairbrush.
Bollocks.
Honestly, I've seen a Dyson hairbrush.
Jeez.
But how is James Dyson going to spin that? Because he can't. Pardon the pun, but he can't say he's got any of his fucking magic typhoon technology. or
Hey,
whatever he
I'll tell you
says.
how. Fuck you, buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'd have seen it before transacting, I would have bought it.
Yeah.
Terrible. You're such a consumer.
I got a thing for the finer things, mate. You know?
Terrible.
I wonder
Oh,
why.
I thought of a great lyric earlier.
Okay.
You know, like Post is on about his F1 Trillion.
Yeah.
I've got a Chevy Goldorado.
Instead of a silver rod.
How good's that? Why put that in a country song? Instant #1.
Posty, if you're listening, we'll give you that one if you come on the podcast. We've met before, you and I. You might remember me.
Imagine him coming to this fucking flat.
So
Do you know
anyway,
he'd love it because he's just nice about
Yeah, I
everything.
bet he would.
Yeah, he wouldn't have a bad word.
Dude,
to
this
say.
is so cool though, for real. So you
think
said
about
this-
how
No
interested
way.
he'd be
This
in
is
like
so
the whole.
humble.
Well,
Oh, the old Mac.
Hey, you got a Rebel for it? Oh.
he really is like. I hope he never. Because I feel like
Dies.
some like. Well, that too. But I think like some nice guy celebrities like go over like a bell curve. Like Chris Pratt
Yeah.
had it, where everyone loved him for a long time. Everyone thinks he's a knobhead. Jack Black, I think, is going that way.
He's really on it now,
Do you
isn't
know
he?
what?
really
The
on it.
thing with
Especially
Chris,
after that Minecraft trailer
Oh,
drops.
yeah,
shit.
the thing with Chris Pratt though is I think because he's like mega religious, and all that
Yeah.
happened with him was I think he's always been the same, but people didn't realize some of his views, and some of his views
True.
came out, and
Yeah.
people told Jack Black. I mean, that trailer drop
It
is
was
shocking.
So bad.
Jesus,
Will I watch it? Yeah, probably.
Really?
Just to say I've seen it.
What I
As
love
someone
is
who
that
doesn't-
literally- man just rocked up to the studio in front of a green screen, put a blue top on, and said, "Oh, I'm
That is
Steve."
the thing. Like, so I don't play Minecraft. So I saw the trailer and I thought, do you know what? Fair enough. Like, it looks all right. That Jason Momoa is
Yeah.
he's not playing. Like, he looks like he's playing something he doesn't normally play. By the looks
You
of
can
things.
tell that's a career move for him. Though,
But I'm
isn't it?
putting the trust in the fact that Jason Momoa saw the script. He
Yeah.
would have read it and gone, "Yeah, I'll do that."
I like Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
I
I've
think
never
you're
seen a
gonna be
single film
sorely
with him in.
disappointed.
But I just like. But Jack Black, and I'm just regurgitating what Charlie already said, what Critical said. But he is just playing Jack Black now at this
Yeah.
point.
He is.
He's
That's a
like
shame.
he's like The Rock, like
Yeah.
total
Yeah.
typecast and just the
Yeah.
same.
Because he used to be
Michael
quite
Cera and shit like
diverse. Like The Holiday versus like School of Rock.
Yeah.
In his early career, very different roles, and they were good.
Yeah, he was good.
I
and-
do. You get the impression of him that he is just. I don't know if this is even fair to say, but I feel like he's just checking in.
But he'll be getting like
Like-
25 mil for
Yeah,
that
yeah,
role.
so
yeah.
much money. Of course.
And
He's
you know, he's
just-
got kids, and you would be like,
Yeah, he's just.
I mean, we did
banking it,
you
innit?
know, we
He's
did
one of the most
we did the
famous
Hero
actors
Wars.
alive.
The Hero
But like,
Wars.
where it's like he's lost his
He's a
pride.
great ad
It's
read,
just
man.
like
Yeah.
cashing in. Like, yeah, I'll do any old shit.
He
it
gained
pays.
he gained a bit of like cred when he like did that like YouTube streaming stuff for a bit.
Yeah, the
He was like
Jablinski
playing
stuff.
like let's plays and stuff.
Yeah.
People thought, oh, that's quite cool for someone of his status to do that. But I think he's
The
lost
thing
that
is,
a bit now.
if you look at his, what's it called? Not discography.
I'd let you off for that.
Filmography. Fucking hell, yeah, filmography.
Films are on discs.
Actually,
Not anymore, mate.
actually, he's never really done. Like, what's he done really? Like, School of Rock was
School
his
of Rock,
breakout.
Mario.
Yeah,
in
but
Mario.
Bowser,
but I
yeah.
mean, in terms of like adventurous roles,
Oh,
like, what's he really done?
Jumanji.
I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, he was good in Jumanji, he was good in School of Rock, he was good in Mario, but it's like that was all Jack Black.
True.
Really?
Yeah, he
I
is.
think he's
Yeah,
been
even,
typecast longer than you think.
Even like, you ever seen the Holiday?
Just we like that.
Yeah, I've seen
So
that.
like,
Holiday,
that's
yeah.
a bit more of a serious role for
It
him.
is, yeah.
But he still has a lot of Jack Blackisms.
He does.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going
and-
to call him.
oh my
I
God, he
think
was
you're
taking
right.
coke at age 14.
Was he?
Hard.
Legend.
Well, legend,
Jesus.
good lad.
Everything is explained.
But it
Really?
makes sense why he was like with Kyle, as we've discussed before.
I just don't know why you won't back your homie like that immediately.
So he said,
can't-
I read about this yesterday after
Oh, did
watching
you?
the trailer, and he's clarified some stuff, and he said like
Oh, okay.
we're still friends and we still talk all the time.
Of course, he's still friends.
It's
with
just
Carl.
what he will have done is gone. Look, mate, I've got the
Stupid.
Minecraft movie coming up.
Yeah,
You can't ruin
you're
our
right.
reputation.
Yeah,
We've
oh,
got
right,
to,
yeah.
we've got to pull
Absolutely
this.
right.
And Kyle would have been. I totally get it. I'm sure.
My bad. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
publicly,
But
it was
it needs
mismanaged.
to look better than that because
Yeah.
like to us at first, it's like you've just sold like your long-term mate out.
Publicly, it was really mismanaged.
It
I
also
think.
wasn't very rock and roll. That
Really
was the
wasn't.
thing, yeah.
And
I
it
feel like he should stick to the music because Tenacious D is probably his most like consistently beloved endeavor.
He says it's his
Yeah.
favorite as well.
Well, of course, he loves singing. He loves playing
But
music. Of course, he does.
I just, man, I don't want to
Hey,
go over old ground, but to put them on hiatus and all that shit was just nonsense.
speaking of music,
Yeah,
go
here
on.
we
Here
go.
we go.
Here we go. Oh, let me guess what you're going to talk about.
so yesterday was the long-awaited return of one of the most beloved bands, my personal gateway band into heavy music. Of course, we're talking about Linkin Park.
Fuck yeah.
Back after 7 years, is it? Since the mighty Chester Bennington.
Finally,
died.
something I can put on the
You
title.
know what this
This is
story,
why I
by the
bring
way?
it up.
You know about this story?
No,
Oh, you heard of it? No?
So
I'm
Linkin
here with the
Park-
viewers, the listeners.
Linkin Park, probably the most influential band in their space.
One of the biggest metal bands ever.
Yep, truly.
There's actually new metal.
Chester Bennington. Yeah, I mean, I think it cheapens them to call them new metal.
Because they've done everything.
They're so much better than new metal.
They-
Yeah.
but
You'll
they-
never
they
catch
are-
them going.
But that's not new metal. That's just dumb
That
as-
is new metal. That is
no.
that
That's
is new metal,
that's
yeah.
just
That's
dumb
textbook
shit. It's
new metal.
awful.
Like Meteora, that album has aged so well.
Yep, that was my first one that I
No,
got.
Linkin Park
Meteora.
does everything new metal, but does it well.
True.
So
were the best.
they were away after Chester died. They did a gig, a really special gig at the Hollywood Bowl in his memory in 2017.
Been there.
And then they've just disappeared while they get their shit together. And they've come back yesterday announcing a world tour this month and next
Just
month
crazy.
with a new female lead singer.
Brilliant.
What's her name, Raz?
Emily
Chloe-
Armstrong. Where'd you get Chloe
Sorry,
from?
Wrong, Emily.
Yeah. Emily Armstrong.
Chloe did have a voice that could sometimes.
Has she done anything before?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dead Sarah was her other band.
That's it.
A band that I've never heard of.
I listened. There were rumors going around that it was going to be her before this announcement. So I listened to Dead Sarah. Sound pretty good. Well, I think like in the Dead Sarah stuff, I couldn't see how she would fit into Linkin Park's sound. But seeing that performance yesterday and hearing the new song, the something machine, I forget the name.
The
Yeah.
Emptiness Machine.
Emptiness Machine. That's it. Good song.
Not
I can
listened
see now how
What,
she's like the.
How she's
new-
fitting in, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to backtrack a bit as well. Did you see that Sum 41 put out like a teaser, like, or because they're obviously breaking up, and then they put out an announcement like
Derek
next
Whibley,
week on the same day as the Linkin Park
Yeah.
announcement, big Derek news, and they had to put out another
That's
tweet saying
perfect.
like, "I'm not joining Oasis or Linkin Park
Yeah.
or any other band."
They had
It was
that
so. I don't know if it was funny or dumb,
I'm glad it wasn't Derek though, because I feel like he's
but he did that really good thing with Max Shinoda.
that cover of
Oh, nice.
of Faint. I think it was.
That's shit, Rob.
It does look
God, I'm-
terrible.
I mean, I'm pale enough as it is.
It's fine. We just
It
have,
looks the same.
we just have bad lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that cover of Faint that Derek Whibley did that one time
Was good.
was good, but I don't think he would be versatile enough to do everything that Chester did. Whereas
No.
I think this new person is.
I was watching it last night and I thought, like, you know what?
She was killing it.
I thought she did a great job.
Did a great job. Still a bit like seemed a bit nervy. Seemed a bit like
Understandably.
ooh, she's stretching her voice there a bit,
Yeah.
and like she can't do that bit, and she's strategically pointing her mic out to the crowd. Yeah, I get
Who
it.
doesn't do that?
Robbie Williams does
Chester
it. Why
did
not
it.
everyone
Chester
else?
did it.
Yeah.
Brave choice, isn't it?
Well,
By the
the
band.
thing is, so there's two points I've got to make on it. Number one is they just can't win.
No.
There is
Absolutely,
no
absolutely.
option where they could win.
Mm.
And then there's the debate of like, well, they shouldn't be using the Linkin Park name. But yeah,
No, I don't-
absolutely,
I
they
don't
should.
think- I don't think anyone's
This
saying
is-
that.
yeah.
That's one of the biggest points I've seen.
Really?
I've read
Really?
loads of stuff about
This,
this.
I've
like,
seen people
there
saying
should
it.
absolutely should.
And
Aren't the two other members down as well? So the guy,
drummer.
the drummer is new, and he's now producing as well.
Mike's the producer, really. I mean, he always will be. But he is a producer, the drummer.
Yeah.
And that's how Mike got to know him, and then recruited him in to do. Because I watched the Zane Lowe interview earlier.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
I
go
need-
into a lot of it.
I need to watch that. Yeah.
Because there's
good.
So there's 2 original members missing from that live performance, but one of them just couldn't make that performance.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
okay.
they're only down Chester
And
and
the
the drummer,
Okay.
and the drummer declined to do it for whatever reason. But
Yeah, he just didn't want to.
but I think if I'm Mike Shinoda
Begging to be back.
and
out
I
there.
am 40% of Linkin Park,
He is a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna come back as Linkin Park. What do you think, Mr. Hahn? Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
What do you think?
Kyle,
Guy who wears the big ear thing.
Yeah. What do
Is
you
he
think?
Kyle?
Guy
Yeah,
who
I
plays
think he is.
bass.
Yeah.
But yeah, like absolutely they should. And by him coming back as Linkin Park, it means they immediately get the headline status, the production value,
Yeah.
the arenas, the stadiums, which then gives people like me who's never seen Linkin Park an opportunity to see as close to,
Yeah.
like I'd love to see Rage Against the Machine. I'd love to see Prophets of Rage, but it's not going to be the same
No,
vibe,
never.
even though it's the same band
Basically the
minus
same,
the
yeah.
singer.
But you took Tom Morello.
Yeah, but I mean, it was nothing. It was nowhere near as good as seeing
Yeah.
Rage.
Well, because if you've got, because Zach De La Rocha, he's obviously such a big part of that performance.
Yeah.
You need him there for that to make it authentic.
I mean, Tom Morello doesn't even come into it. Like, Tom Morello
No,
was
he's-
good fun, but like, it wasn't like that was amazing.
So complete side question, but when you saw Tom Morello, did he play any Audio Slave songs?
Yeah.
He did. Nice.
So he does like a medley, a Rage medley, excluding Killing in the Name, which he does in full, and he does like 2 full Audio Slave songs,
Nice.
Cochise,
Coach Ice,
Coach
yeah.
Ice.
and
Show Me How to Live.
I don't know. I was never really as
Like
big
a
on Audio
Stone,
Slave as I
probably.
should have
That's-
been, but
They're so good.
yeah, I mean, it's Rage in it with a better
What's going
singer.
on? Yeah, that's like it's like the perfect thing. Did you know that's why Chester took his own life?
Yeah, they
He
were
was
good
friends with
mates,
Chris
weren't they?
Cornell, Yeah, it was on his birthday. Very sad.
More to the point about Linkin Park. Have you seen the latest? The latest news. That's
Controversy,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this tweet sums it up quite nicely. So Linkin Park new announcement. Sick. New vocalist and change. They put Boo there. I don't know why. It's a woman. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like even listening to it, like it fits.
I knew that was going to be.
And
the
especially
case.
on the latest track, I was like, you know what?
It
That
works.
that is Linkin Park.
She's in the same space as Chester
Absolutely.
in the sense of the
Like-
rough vocal
Yeah.
registry.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
was-
sounded
100%.
good.
I was listening to it on Apple Music.
Ollie Sykes couldn't get there.
Yeah, and I scrubbed
consistent.
to like where her vocal was, and I was like, that just sounds like Linkin Park. Like that's just it's the same. So like her vocals have divided opinions. Fair play. I think she's great. New music in a tour, sick. But she apparently has history with Scientology and someone who was a bit of an SAA type of guy.
I mean, does she?
Yeah, that part apparently there's no basis for that. The Scientology thing is true.
Yeah.
Because there's pictures of her at Scientology events. But that's not inherently that controversial in itself because it being a cult is only like a rumor, I think. But yeah, like,
The thing is,
It
also-
wouldn't say.
does
It
it
wouldn't
matter?
say she's a Muslim.
true, fair point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a religion.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
I mean, I think Scientology is. I think it's nonsense, but
I think
just don't
Christianity's
care,
nonsense, but like,
Yeah, I do-
like,
but
It's
I just-
controversial.
I'm not going to say anything further on that, but I don't think there's any weight to that Scientology thing. That isn't inherently controversial. There'll be 1,000 good Scientologists for every one prick. I'm sure. As
For
there is
every
in it.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
every Tom
absolutely.
Cruise is a.
1,000
Another-
good.
But they really just can't win. There is
No.
there's no winning, and the mental strength she must have.
It
I
is
always
a
just-
tough set
Scary,
of shoes to
innit?
fill.
I just always think like I try to see the good in everyone, even bad
Oh, this
people,
is
right?
deep,
No,
yeah.
no, but like
Okay,
hear,
yeah.
hear me out.
You're a good guy.
Is that what you're listening to? Burn it, burn it, man.
Shut up. That's not funny. First of all, second of all, shut up. But like, do you not? So one would assume that Linkin Park knew about all of that and went,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a load of bollocks stuff. Like,
Probably, yeah. They would have
join it bands
Well,
then.
there's also the sense
They would have
of,
done their due diligence.
Yeah, for
surely.
sure. Or the label.
You're a
would have done it.
Scientologist. Okay, cool, whatever. We like your voice.
Bit of a weirdo,
Fine.
but yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
If she came in and went, I've got this great new demo, guys, for Linkin
Yeah,
Park,
yeah.
and put it on, and it's like all about Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe text it, but like that's just so irrelevant,
It is.
and
isn't it?
it's just people trying to just fire more shots at someone who's already.
But as you said, you can't win.
You literally can't.
Yeah.
But I think absolutely.
What
I've
would-
not looked that much into it, but absolutely Of course, they can use the name.
When I was
don't know if that's
watching-
big, but
I was watching the live stream, and it was such a mishmash of like different comments. It's like great to see Linkin Park back. Oh, Max, looks so happy to be back.
He was.
Amazing. Then just for every comment that's like that, there was like, "Ooh, not as good as Chester. Chester
Yeah.
could never be
Chester would-
replaced.
yeah, but-
This is a cover band,
okay,
not actual Linkin Park."
let's just disband. Let's just not have Linkin
Sure,
Park then.
well,
what were the other
I'll
options?
tell you what.
Yeah.
If that's your opinion, don't go to the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him anymore. Shut up.
I really want to go.
I want to go.
I would like
It's
to
a
go.
really
London
do.
show.
Oh,
I think
It's
I
on a
could do it.
Tuesday.
I was looking
Yeah.
into it because, I mean, obviously going to London's a lot less of a pain in the ass for me as it is for you, but because I can travel back home that same night. So I think I'm going
Yeah,
to
no
try and
sleeping
do
in the
it.
car for you.
No,
I'll
I
be
would
interested
have
to see how the tickets sell.
Very well.
It'll sell out instantly.
Because
Yeah,
what my suspicion is, and I was talking about
Tickets,
this.
interesting.
So this
Let's talk about that.
So I was saying that when they do a proper tour, so this is obviously like a reactionary. Let's
It's
show
a
everyone we're
pilot,
back. Yeah, it's a
I think.
pilot. So they're going to do this tour, and it's still in massive venues. So I think when they do a proper tour, it will be stadiums.
I agree, and I think they'll headline download.
Yeah, I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And did you see Andy Copping was at the event last night?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Oh, was it?
yeah.
Do you know I saw him at Leeds,
Did you?
and
I'd love to word with him. It'd be just nice to speak to
I
him.
really wanted to go and chat to him. I've spoken to him before.
Love to do it.
Oh, nice to speak to him. He's
Oh, you! I want to have a word with you.
I think
Important
we even like did like a little interview with him at one point on the channel.
You want to?
Yeah,
Um,
but I just didn't have enough interesting to say to him.
Really?
But yeah, he gets about. Then he's got.
He's-
He's
yeah.
living some life. That guy.
I
an
think by
important guy in
him,
the industry.
by him being at that event, you can like
Yeah.
it's 99% confirmed.
all the
they're
way
do-
to LA
they're-
to
they're
see-
do-
Well, I mean, he was also loving Lana Del Rey. He goes to everything.
True, but
I know,
LA,
but Linkin-
LA is a bit like more than going to just Leeds Festival or going to the O2 to see Girls Aloud. He's
I
going
guess.
to LA.
But Lana's not going to do fucking download, is she?
Yeah.
But Linkin Park have
She might.
headlined download. Maybe what was it? 2012.
2012, no, 2011 and 2014, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I missed them.
Yeah, I just pissed it down.
It would be so good to see them headlining.
Would you rather? Because I made a little note before they were coming back. I made a little note of like potential things that I thought was going to happen. And this was like about a month ago.
Is one of them just they come back without Chester and Mike does everything?
Not
that was
strictly.
if you watch a Zane Lowe interview, they did consider that.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that
what the
Zane Lowe
thing
interview
is.
is really good. I'd
So,
recommend watching
I'm
so,
gonna watch that.
so
I
my
didn't know that was
predictions
out.
were like this lass who's been
Yeah.
picked. I didn't know who she was, but I knew they were in talks with a lass.
Yeah,
And then a lot of people were talking about Derek and Ollie doing it.
Ollie.
it wouldn't be Ollie though, would it?
No.
Well, Ollie
I mean,
was
could've-
Ollie was like the most after they did the Hollywood Bowl thing.
Yeah.
He was like the most talked about online as like get him in, and he was like the closest apparently with Chester. But obviously he's got
Really?
commitments.
Yeah, it's like the,
so
the
he
plain
was
choice.
Ollie's
isn't it?
first gig was Ollie's first time in Kerrang was in the crowd at a small Linkin Park show,
Oh shit.
and then
really?
they've always been like really tight.
Yeah.
But I think what would have been an option that I don't hate is just Chester on the backing vocals coming through the PA,
Yeah.
like what Avenged do with the Rev,
But then how are they going to do new material? Like, is it just all...
without Chester.
Yeah.
I
AI's
don't like
come
the
far
idea of
now,
that.
mate.
I would
Hey,
much
imagine.
prefer. I much prefer this alternative of someone who isn't Chester, but can not completely mimic his voice, but get the same thing achieved with their voice, still doing a live raw performance. Because I feel like the reason I see live music is to hear the imperfections and the things of people not doing it live, And if it's just like a backing track, even if it's to like immortalize someone, I'm
Oh,
not a
here's-
fan of it.
Here's
Fair
something,
enough.
here's
Good
something so
point.
typical me. I don't like when I hear a live track and they pitched it down.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's a real cop out.
I mean, Guns N' Roses, they
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
nowadays.
Did they pitch up?
yeah,
I thought that.
yeah.
For
So
for
when
what-
they did
yeah, so no,
Somewhere I Belong
Yeah.
as well. No, not Somewhere I Belong. In the end,
yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, that's pitched up. I was
Yeah.
like, it can't be.
Yeah.
It just must be my ears.
Yeah,
Why,
yeah.
why they do that? Because it's not.
It's just it'll fit more comfortably in her range.
So she'll
She'll have a stronger voice at that pitch.
Yeah, but I guess
in that key.
Chester doesn't go that low in that song though. Mike goes I mean, Mike's just rapping in it.
But I
mean,
guess her natural voice is probably like higher than his. So like, if the
Maybe,
lowest is, it reminds me of when I used to play along to Biffy songs, and it was before I had my Digitech pedal,
Yeah.
which can drop tune my guitar with a
drop tune,
button,
Tune the track.
and I would just pitch up or down the Biffy songs.
Oh, I
Often
see.
pitch them up.
Yeah.
In fact, always pitch them up, so I could play them in drop D, and it sounded like fucking chipmunks coming from my room.
Brilliant.
So bad.
You know, so speaking of her performance, I was sold on most of it. Like I was like, she's doing a good job. She's consistent. I could see how this would sound better live than over a live stream. But when she did Numb, and she does the like bridge bit at the end where it's like, and I know you may
Yeah.
end up failing too. She nailed that bit incredibly well. I recorded it because I was like, holy shit, like that is incredible the way she's done that. And I like she has my full backing as the new vocalist, I think.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and if I can get to that London show, I will really try. It's a day I've got nothing else on. Maybe we should talk about it
Yeah,
if you want to
we
go.
should. Yeah, I
I'd
wanna
love
go.
to go.
Yeah.
Everyone I've asked so far can't make it.
No, I probably can, yeah. Because I can travel home the same night, so it should be good.
Great.
Good. Speaking
up.
of shows at the O2, are you going to go to the Bullet for My Valentine gig there in February, whenever it is?
Probably not. I love Bullet.
Yeah.
Is that the one with
Trivium.
Trivium?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Trivium.
never
just don't
really
care for
got
Trivium.
into True. I really rate Matt. I think Matt Heafy's a great guy.
Oh, yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
And I love some of the songs I've heard, but I just never really got into them. So the whole double thing doesn't really bring
It's
a
probably a
draw
bit
for me.
late to get into them now as well. Like I feel
Absolutely.
like, yeah, I'm definitely fueled a lot of nostalgia off of them. Same with Bullet, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's a great tour for the right
Yeah.
person, but I love Bullet to a level, and I got enough Bullet exposure like last year.
up to Fever, and
Yeah,
Stop
and
listening.
even some of their new stuff like the Knives is great,
Wait,
but
sorry, can you pass me a Madry?
I got a good fix of them, and I don't think I'd travel down to London if they're doing a date up here
Yeah.
and I'm not doing anything. I probably will
I think
go.
they're doing Manchester.
Or if they're doing like a Glasgow.
Hey, speaking of Bullet, can you shoot me a Madry?
Yeah, that's the last Madry.
The drinking podcast.
Hey, you know it's not even brewed in Spain.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, why has he got a
Complete
flat
lie.
cap on? Is he from Yorkshire?
Hey, I'm off to Spain soon. Tourists got home. Booked a flight to Spain yesterday.
Did you?
I think it's in Spain. I might embarrass myself here.
Where?
I'm going
What?
to Malta.
Malta.
It's not in Spain.
Is it not?
You're a dumb.
Well, I asked.
It's a separate country. And it's
I
an
asked
island.
someone. Is it?
Yeah.
I asked someone today, and they said it
I
was in
said,
Spain.
I apologise. I
It's
said
like
the
off
naughty
the
word.
coast of Spain.
Oh, I've got to.
But it's
well,
not
Oh, I'm off to a new country.
Yeah,
I'll control
Malta is
it.
Malta is a small island.
Are you going to the Liam Gallagher thing?
I am going to the Liam
Nice.
Gallagher thing. I'm very,
Do you reckon he's
very
going to bring Noel out? No.
well. Probably not. Noel would probably require a
Hang
big
on, wait.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Oasis now?
Oh, here we go.
No, we're talking about Liam
Yeah.
Gallagher.
Yeah, but talk about Oasis.
Well, it might be Liam's last solo show for many, many
For a
years.
while, yeah.
Yeah,
and
because he might be doing something with.
yeah, we're gonna go there, and it works out really well because just as we run out of weekly content, which we've kept going for weeks now, that's landed in our lap. Thank you, Miles, for hooking us up. Very much appreciated. We love you. Can't
we
wait
got-
to
we-
see you on Friday, rocking out.
We got a week between the Burning Men.
We've got the
Burning Men.
travel video, the road trip video.
Oh, is that going between them?
We'll go after him.
The week after is
There's Burning Man, then
Yeah.
Burning Man 2, then the travel
Oh,
one.
it's
then
right.
Liam.
It's
The
been
advent
dry,
chat,
the
yeah,
production
yeah, yeah,
chat.
yeah.
Right,
So
talk
anyway,
about Oasis then.
Oasis, dynamic tickets,
Bollocks.
SEO.
Do we want to talk about Jake Gallagher? I already knew.
What about?
Just put on his story, dude. Like M Gloss did it about the slam dunk thing. I already knew this. No one
Sorry,
cares.
I've lost track. What we on about here? The tickets. What do you mean?
Just like the reunion, like obviously everyone already
Oh,
knew.
right,
It was
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Rob,
yeah.
let me ask. How long did you know about it for?
a significant amount of time.
Yeah, me too.
Here's the thing.
Shut up.
Here's the thing. When they split up, everyone knew. Of course, it was going to happen.
Yeah. 2009, wasn't it?
I mean,
Yeah, it was, mate. 09.
What is interesting is I found out some interesting information. So apparently, sorry, I've kind of jumped ahead in the conversation here, but I'm just going to say because I've had a drink.
Piss off.
Apparently, you can pay Ticketmaster, like as an artist, as a band. You can pay when you use Ticketmaster as your sort of vendor of choice. Apparently, they have a package where essentially you can say, okay, I want dynamic pricing,
Mhm.
but then you can like pay for them to take the flak for it. Now this is totally. I've just read this
What do you
online.
mean, flak for
This
it?
is
What?
not validated information. So basically, suppose there's a rumor going around that Oasis pay Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster as a service, they'll say, yeah, we'll do dynamic pricing. But if you as Oasis want to say, we don't like this, we don't approve this, blah, 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 blah.
You can.
Ticketmaster
We'll take the.
will be like,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's our thing. Now, I don't know if it's true. I did some,
I don't know what you mean by that.
So what he means is you can sell a tour
Yeah.
yeah.
and you can say, give us dynamic pricing so we make loads of money.
Yeah.
But you take the hit.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So Oasis make a load of money, Ticketmaster make a load of
Oh,
money.
I can go,
okay,
whoa, I
so-
didn't want him to
So
do
you
that.
keep your
Yeah.
integrity.
So I think maybe where that's getting confused is you have the band, you have the tour management company,
Yeah, the
you have
booking agent.
yeah, and the promoter,
The promoter,
and
yeah.
there's the ticketing agent,
Yeah.
which is Ticketmaster. So Ticketmaster is owned by Live Nation.
Yeah,
The promoter for this tour, I believe, is also owned by Live Nation.
Correct.
yeah.
The management company, the tour management, fuck knows, and the band, obviously, Oasis, but they might be signed to a label, but totally independent.
Pretty
things.
sure they do have a label.
Yep.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but they might be
Yeah.
totally not anything to do with Live Nation. But the main point is, bands will always bands have the opportunity to go, we do not want dynamic
Yes.
pricing on at all.
Yeah.
They can decide that because guess what? They can say to the promoter, don't put it on.
Mm.
But the promoter can then go, you're going to make a shitload more money though if you want.
Absolutely.
So there's a conversation there that should have happened, if not definitely
Well, have
did.
you seen?
But remember, the promoter and Ticketmaster owned by
Same.
the same parent company, so they've got interest in. Let's leave it on.
Yeah.
So I think that's where
But-
that's the idea.
Well, have you seen that? Apparently, Oasis have made a statement. Again, I've not.
And
validated it.
also the venues are mostly owned by Live Nation as
Oh,
well.
is that right?
Yeah.
Probably.
So,
No.
probably.
What?
Surely not.
Course not. Heaton Park is not owned by
Before-
Live Nation. Wembley
on,
Stadium
before-
is not
before-
owned by Live Nation.
Wembley Stadium will probably have like some sort of dealing with Live Nation.
But it will not be owned. It'll be owned
Not
by a
owned,
massive property asset company.
so like
Heaton Park's a
lot-
public park half
a
the
lot
year.
of venues are owned by Live Nation. So I'm just
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
I don't
let's-
think they
more,
are.
more generically about like
I think that's wrong.
all of the O2 academies. Sorry, not
I
all
don't
of
think they are.
not all of the O2 academies, but most of them are owned by Live Nation, the parent, a subsidiary.
I disagree, respectfully, Matt.
You can disagree, but
To be fair, it would
check
be
the wiki.
interesting if it is a subsidiary, wouldn't it?
O2 Academy
Because that
Leeds.
could be the case if
Why can
Live
nobody
Nation have a
say
property
subsidiary?
arm.
O2 Academy Leeds
Anyway,
is
whilst
owned
Rob
by Live
Googles that quick one. So apparently Oasis put a statement out saying, like Liam and Noel, like stepped out the room whilst they were having these like chats about the ticket prices.
Brilliant.
Oh,
now I'm
really?
sorry, but did they fuck? You're telling me whilst they were chatting about ticket prices and how much they're going to make from this tour, that's going to earn them millions. They stepped out the room. They weren't there for that. Of course they were. Of course they were involved in that. There's just no
Liam-
way.
I think they probably did step out because as soon as it gets to
No
to deal
way.
to when it gets down to dealing with things like money, that's
Mm.
left with the promoter. You just sort out getting me loads of money. I just
mate.
want
Yeah, just
I just want to be
exonerate
be in a
yourself.
band, and you tell me how much money I'm going to make,
You're
and that's
telling me
all I want to know.
if you're touring, surely you'd have a passing interest in what we're charging
But
on the
you
door.
know for a fact that you're paying someone to get you the most.
Yeah.
So by removing yourself from that scenario,
And I feel,
Yeah,
I feel
maybe.
like
you then have no guilt. But also, we've been through this with the Sabrina Carpenter thing.
Yeah.
But there is the upper echelon, the elites that will pay 350 quid for the Oasis thing.
Yeah.
True.
But do you know how many Oasis tickets I've got?
Go on.
0.
Yeah.
I can tell you now, I'll go to both opening shows, I'll go to a few Manchester ones, and I'll go to a few Wembley ones. I have no worries about that. And not because not because there's someone I know, but because
No, I
you've
know.
got over 12 months now
Yeah.
to sort those tickets on
There's a
resale.
lot of options.
And
out
I
there.
guarantee you, if you just be patient, you'll be able to do that.
100% happens.
So
every
there
time.
is no reason to ever be paying surge prices
Like, you,
ever.
You don't have to use dynamic pricing.
Never.
You don't have to go through that
and
avenue.
I guess the thing with this is you'll have people who don't really go to that many shows
Well, you've said it before, haven't you?
who
We've
are like,
discussed it on the pod.
who like for
Yeah.
this is all they've been waiting for is Oasis.
Yeah.
And
So they'll spend loads of money on it.
yeah, so it'll be like their holiday for the year.
Yeah.
It's always the way where there's like the most convenient, and arguably the other avenues aren't inconvenient, but you'd say the most well advertised convenient avenue, but it's also extortionate. There are other avenues to take that are far cheaper.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But people just either aren't aware or can't be asked. I don't
To
know.
add to that, I feel like in terms of if we're debating whether Oasis knew about it or if they didn't, or if they, trying to get some kind of plausible deniability, I feel like the way that Liam has responded to it on Twitter today.
Oh, I've not seen it. He's blocked
I've not
me.
seen it.
Is
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's had me
No,
blocked
he's
for
been like a
many
bit of a
years.
knobhead about it. He was
You're
like,
kidding.
He was, yeah, what a shock. Mouthy, well, to quote George Bunn, who said, mouthy loudmouth from the 90s, still a mouthy loudmouth. Of course he is. He was saying, he was giving people shit, saying like, oh, wow, paying, Oasis are back. That's all that fucking matters, that kind of stuff. So he's been a bit of a knobhead about it, which I'm not sure.
That's a really shit reply, honestly. I bet he knows Manchester Vans.
I just wanted to fact check
I
myself.
bet they're on the same fucking.
Maybe.
I also just wanted to fact check myself. So, O2 Academies.
The best kind of fact checking.
Owned by Academy Music Group.
Yeah.
There's no way they own those.
51% of Academy Music Group is owned by Live
There
Nation.
is no way they own those buildings. Not in a million years. There is absolutely no way they'll be rented.
Interesting.
What are their assets? There is no
What
way
are
they
their
own them.
assets?
This is
Brilliant.
interesting now.
I promise you they won't. There is
Brilliant.
no way.
Academy.
They might own the O2 Academy
The brand.
but
you're on
there is
about.
no way that they own the academies.
So I imagine
Maybe
O2 has
not
like
the
a
physical
licensing
building,
thing,
but they own. So Academy
the
Music
rights to
Group
put on shows.
is the owner operator of the venue.
So they don't own the venue, and they only own 51% of the name.
I don't know. You're changing you're like,
No.
because now you're going on the actual
But-
bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Interesting.
Because Live Nation, because Raz said Live Nation own the venues. So of
That's-
course they don't
yeah.
own Wembley Stadium. Of course they don't
Yeah.
own Heaton Park. So we're talking about the actual place.
So the discussion is now: is it the bricks and mortar? Or is it the brand?
Because
Okay.
I even said
I guess.
that'll be owned by
Yeah.
Okay.
a thingy company.
But
There's no way.
So my point is like it's
Yeah,
it's all a monopoly. Is what I'm trying
And
to say.
arguably, I think you might have a point though, because if you're on about the brand will be the one negotiating. Like if Live Nation owns X and X owns O2 and whatever, and they'll be the ones doing the dealings.
Yeah. So it's like
And then if they're paying rent to another firm,
like
which I think is what
vertical
you're on
integration,
about.
it's the old.
But my
Interesting.
step up was like the assumption that Live Nation own Heaton Park and Wembley
Yeah, the one.
Stadium.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
not.
Which
yeah,
is
yeah,
totally
yeah.
incorrect.
No,
Of course they don't,
absolutely.
yeah.
But
They-
it's
they-
interesting
David Beckham
how
owns Wembley Stadium.
They own the company that operates it, so it's within their interest to go. Yeah, I'll put them on
That's
a
really
venue
interesting, yeah.
that we operate because then the money from the ticket sales, all that venue fee, it just comes back to us.
Yeah.
But what about like when bands do stadiums then? Because Live Nation surely won't have any hold in a football stadium. So let's take like Tottenham Hotspur or London Stadium. Live Nation must show like they must have zero. That's
It
all done by
depends.
the football and the
Live-
thing, surely.
Live
and the-
Nation, like,
and the
so-
council.
The way that
Or
these stadiums work, I imagine there's probably like a split up in business in terms of how like sporting events and music events are handled.
Oh,
in
here we
those
go, Rob.
venues.
Live Nation UK venues operated. Fly DSA Arena in Sheffield. Liverpool Guild students.
What does that mean?
Motorpoint Arena. So they
Operated.
operate.
But they're not stadiums though, or like parks.
Victoria Warehouse. So
Is there any stadiums on there? I'd be interested to know. Because that is my
Yeah.
gripe with the point. Stadiums and outdoor.
I'm actually. I
We
never
need to.
would've-
Hey, let's get Cam Hack on. Cam, come on, mate. We'd love to have a chat with you.
That's really interesting because I never. I guess it
Clear
makes,
Channel are like a you know, like the type of people that own like Trinity and White Rose land securities and stuff.
yep.
And they're the kind of people that will own these enormous real
Yeah.
estates.
But I guess there's nothing stopping Live Nation from owning them, is there? Really?
Apparently that's not part of Live Nation.
Jesus.
I wonder if we're overestimating Live Nation, to be honest. I mean, they're a
Yeah.
big company.
I think everyone
I
underestimates
think
them.
Really?
they're. I think.
Yep.
I don't think
and-
Live Nation have a say or any ownership in Wembley Stadium or Heaton Park.
Mm.
I mean, at most it might be they have like exclusive booking rights. to those
But to be
venues.
fair, anyway,
Yeah. It will. It
That'd
will.
be
It
what
will
it
be
is.
that.
who
Yeah.
who cares?
True.
What is it?
Also,
Very good
also, let's just say Live Nation's fucking great. They are great.
They-
Almost every great gig we've been to.
They are great,
Did
but-
Live Nation put on Power Trip? Oh no, that was Golden Voice. wasn't
Golden
it?
Voice, yeah.
To be fair, the only issue really is it is just the dynamic pricing, isn't it?
The
That's
issue,
the
issue
main
is
crux of it.
when a monopoly happens and there's no
Yeah.
competition, so they can just charge whatever they want.
But they
Yeah.
only charge that if people buy it.
Isn't Andy Copying employed by Live Nation?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, because he was saying because
He's like the lead booker, isn't he?
because when he was talking about Oasis, he was like the team, so it made it sound like he was part of that.
He heads up. I believe he heads up the team that like. So you've got like him who deals with like download headliners
Yeah.
and mega bands, like mega bands, and then his team under him will deal with like everything else.
Yeah,
But like I'm led to believe, and I don't know this as a fact, but like that his job is solely to deal with like the biggest of the biggest,
Makes sense,
and
'cause
not
they'll-
even like
yeah.
heavy, strictly
yeah,
heavy,
that's
like
it.
just all big
and it's
uns.
because they'll know him. They're like it's the benefit of like that rapport and that.
Literally,
familiarity.
yeah,
So, like,
he's
these big
got
bands,
it.
their
He's been
agents will
doing
know
it
him,
for
yeah.
like years, and
Yeah.
there was a thing where like he just won an Icon Award at the HMAs,
Did he?
and like Corey Taylor sent in like a personalized message, and M Shadows when the headline download was like, "Thanks Andy for having us back."
Yeah,
You know, he's
they
got
all- they all
that.
love Andy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
I always try to
There's
use
a joke
C
about
tickets
that
anyway.
award.
Yeah, true.
Do you know
Think about
I like Ticketmaster.
StubHub.
Here we go.
I,
Here we
I-
go. The Ticketmaster take.
I like Ticketmaster. and
Here
I'll
it
tell you
is.
why. I've never been ripped off by Ticketmaster. I don't feel, because I've never bought dynamic pricing.
No, me neither.
I've took L's in a Ticketmaster queue, but I just put that down to the bad luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I don't blame the platform inherently. And the wallet integration on iPhone is fantastic.
Yeah.
The ticket
agreed.
transfer integration is fantastic. I'm a fan of it.
It is
Don't they
just
do
the
the
dynamic
NFC?
pricing.
They do.
One
They've got
thing.
they've got the NFC tickets.
I don't
They've-
want to use that. Yeah.
They've got the transfer where like I just type in your email and you just get the tickets and then they're authenticated and you've got them in your wallet then straight away. I'm a fan of Ticketmaster.
It is just the dynamic pricing, and the problem is you want to be like, just don't use it. But I guess you'll just never get everyone on board to not use it.
Hey, here's another thing. StubHub, owned by Viagogo.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
They owned by Live Nation as well.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what that's like? It's like how PayPal own all of those cash apps, like
Yep.
Cash App, Venmo. They own.
Oh,
all
do
those
they?
Is that
things,
right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Didn't know that.
PayPal's just massive. They just buy them out.
Yeah.
Sod it.
Mm.
I love finding out that kind of stuff.
So,
Worst thing eBay ever did. Yeah, getting rid of PayPal.
Yeah.
Real big L that.
True.
Mm.
PayPal. I mean, I still use it to this day. It's my favorite.
I'm not really a fan.
No, I'm not.
I don't like how it makes me two-factor
before we
everything.
move on, we've spoken a lot about dynamic pricing and Oasis and stuff. Would you have any tips for people looking to go to Oasis, or do you not want to divulge?
No, of course I wouldn't ever gatekeep that stuff.
I just feel like we've talked a lot about don't do this.
Here's what you do. Go on Twickets right now and set up an alert for what you want. You can filter to
Yeah.
standing, or if you want seated, you can filter to specific date. You can set up multiple filters for other dates as well. Go in an Oasis fan page on Facebook.
Go to what website?
What did I say?
Twickets. What you should be saying is use Tixel.
Tixel won't have them because they only do official ticketing partners. Do they have them?
Do they? Yeah, check Tixel anyway.
Or the Sam Penny ticket swap.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's fine. You'll miss 100 opportunities on Twickets to buy them in the next year, but you'll get one, and that you'll be they're forced into face value.
And also, don't assume that last minute can't happen either.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it often does.
I'm pretty certain most of these will be sold, but most of the time when something's marked as sold out, it's not.
A lesson that
absolutely.
a lesson
And-
that me and Rach learned from when we were young last year is we bought tickets like maybe like 2 or 3 months at an inflated price because we didn't get them in the general sale. So like, okay, we'll accept the L, but we want to be secure. We got the tickets off Twickets.
Yep.
But we also, when we got to Vegas, we also wanted to go the Saturday, not just the Sunday. So the night before, I bought them for like half the price, and we
Oh,
went the
nice.
Saturday and
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah, nice.
So like last minute can still happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
think
it-
how many-
It is a risk, but
It is, and I understand you don't want the anxiety associated with that risk. But there's only one time in my entire life where it's not paid off, and all I do is go to gigs.
And also the argument
Yeah,
is the price of the dynamic pricing worth the anxiety? I'd argue I'd probably take the
no,
anxiety.
with the
I think.
like the almost orders of magnitude that the
Yeah.
prices are bigger. It's like it's not worth it.
It's just mental, isn't it?
Think how many people's plans will change between.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
buying.
yeah.
They're buying
That's the key.
tickets now.
Yeah.
some of them won't be able to afford a hotel when the time comes to it. Oh,
Some
we've
of
got to
them-
give it up. Some of them have got kids.
Yeah.
Childcare might drop out.
Work.
They might not have a dog sitter.
Yeah.
They might be away for work.
A relative could die.
Their mate's not decided that they're having their
Bit
wedding
morbid,
yet, and
Ben.
it's on that day. The stag do's
We
coming
could
up.
have to return a Hoover.
There is a
Yeah.
million reasons why. So just
Yeah.
have faith. I've got faith. I don't have any tickets, and I don't have anyone that can help me out in the industry. Like no backdoor.
I was going to
stuff.
say, it's not like you're counting on like a hookup.
In
or-
fact,
is
you know
it?
what?
It's
I'd tell a
you know,
lie. Maybe I do for a couple of the dates just to be totally transparent. But
You
the
lucky
main
bastard.
dates that I want to go to, the Manchester and the opening ones, I'm in there with everyone else,
mm.
and we'll all be there.
Yeah.
We'll all be there. Just have
Yeah.
faith, guys.
I'm going to be incredibly rude and go for a piss.
What?
Well,
The world's
how long
weakest
are we
bugger.
on now?
We are probably nearing wrap up time. I would like to go through some emails. I'll probably
Oh,
wait
of
for
course,
Jamie to
yeah.
come
Oh,
back.
yeah.
But we're all on. We've kind of lost half an hour because we had the like it'll be on the pod, but in our heads, I think we've like done less than
Oh,
we
it's
think.
perfect.
That break was only like
Hey, we should have
3
breaks.
minutes.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Intermission.
Perfect for an ad read.
Yeah. It's
If
interesting.
anyone wants to email me, like
This is
wants
the new
advertise
shirt
their product.
for Malta Weekender.
okay, makes
Oh,
sense.
nice. Yeah, it's interesting. I got just chatting to Bridie just then.
Yeah.
In,
Oh, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
which is great.
Yep.
What's that?
This will
about
make
time.
sense
Yeah.
eventually.
About
Oh,
time.
we're still
eh?
on.
Yeah.
About-
We're
Yeah,
still,
sorry,
we're
I was
still
just-
on.
So we're gonna
tell us
wait.
it-
We're gonna wait for Bridie to have a Bridie. We're gonna wait for Jamie to have a piss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then we'll do the emails.
Why?
And we'll-
Why not just start with that? He
Yeah,
made, he made
do you
his
wanna?
choice. He made his choice, mate.
All right. So
No, let's wait for him. He'll
let's
just
wait.
be a sec.
Great.
All right, you keep talking.
So I'm just looking at the Burning Man thumbnails, and I've done 3 of them, and I don't know which one I like best.
Oh,
But
come on,
YouTube
man.
will decide because it now lets you put 3 up, and it serves them and decides which one's best.
I look forward to when they roll out the titles.
Let me
Like-
say something. We
Okay.
need to start the fucking lighting it. Yeah.
I know. Well,
This
this
is
is the worst it's
atrocious.
looked, and I
Yeah.
tried to sort it, but obviously I didn't do.
We
a very
need
good job.
we need the diffuse light and the ability to dim it as well. That's the issue.
Yep, and we've got dimmable diffused lights in the thing.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, in the cupboard.
Right. Welcome back, Jamie. Nice piss.
Mediocre.
Yeah,
I've had
mediocre.
better, I've had worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it be.
We had a great chat, did me and Jamie and I. And I was saying, have you ever used? Do you know in like
A Y front properly.
no?
Thank you.
Have you ever used a metal toilet? Have you ever sat on a metal toilet? You know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
used to get them in
Oh.
clubs.
Yeah.
Cockpit used to have them.
Mate,
yeah.
I sat on one in
In
the middle- in the middle of-
seated.
icy Switzerland.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Did it have a
the
seat on it?
massive one.
Yeah,
Get stuck
it
to
was real high tech, but it didn't have
Yeah.
a seat. But God, yeah, it was
Awful.
It was all like aluminium. It looked like something Johnny
Hate
Ive
that.
would make.
And you used to get them where sometimes you'd have like a bit of like they'd have a bit of wood on.
2
as well.
bits of wood, yeah, just to kind of.
Oh, like the long drops.
No, like there were toilets, but they were metal, and they had like 2 bits of wood.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I was
know-
scared
know.
to sit on them.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't dare.
you know the wood absorbs moisture.
Of course it does.
And
yeah.
people have just been pissing all
What else
over
does
it.
that absorb, mate? God only knows. Anyway, let's check out the inbox there. So it's been a couple of weeks. We've been away. Did I acknowledge we've been away? I don't know.
didn't
we missed
actually,
we
no.
missed an episode. Who cares? So we've got some emails to
Passionate man.
It started getting darker.
We got the
earlier as
right
well.
guy in the.
we
hot
got
seat.
some emails to podcast@tpd.tv. Send us your funny stories if you want, guys. We love to chat about them. And one of them really spoke to me. One from Paris.
It's not about a vacuum, is it?
It says bonjour.
Oui, oui.
Do you want to guess the subject?
Rate my
about
Hoover
grass.
chat.
All right,
Hoover
Hoover chat, yeah.
Nice.
Hello, Ben and other poddy people.
Hey,
Hey,
buddy
what's
people.
up, buddy
Hey.
people?
Yeah, I like that.
Who may or may not be on this episode. I just wanted to write in to say how much me and my partner love seeing this more thoughtful, calm side of the TPD TV crew. It's been a thoughtful and calm ep. I think.
They're in their 30s part of the team.
Yeah.
It's my day off.
This is my day off, doing a podcast.
We love Hoover chat. Should be vacuum cleaner chat.
Maybe they have Hoover.
Maybe they have a Hoover.
Hey, Hoover, if you want to sponsor the
If you
Hoover,
wanna
if you want to make it Hoover chat.
Imagine.
I think my washing machine might be a Hoover.
Yeah?
Shall I check?
We don't care about
Keep
what
reading.
Keep it running.
That's
We
crazy.
love Hoover chat, and we actually have
Oh.
a shark cordless. Now, what's interesting here is it says,
Shark good
sorry,
company.
Raz, and that random fella from the vacuum shop. What do you know? Have you?
Oh, well remembered. So
Rob
you
has just looked
discussed
at me then
Shark
to confirm
before?
that it
yeah,
is
I
a
have.
Hoover washing
Yeah,
machine.
because I have a Shark vacuum cleaner.
When
so
did
big
you
up
discuss that?
many weeks ago. Obviously, it sticks in people's minds.
Yeah, I
I was
guess
saying
so.
how the guy like showed me, and he said you don't want a cordless one because the battery's not powerful enough.
So
you want it to be
Paris
corded.
confirms the battery's shite.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Should've listened.
Hey Paris,
Thanks, Paris.
don't be sorry. Lesson learned for you.
Yeah,
be
buy
better,
a
yeah.
Sabo.
Absolutely not. And
From Manchester
From
Vacuum.
Manchester
it's,
God, I just want to.
makes want to go to Manchester. and-
Honestly, I want to call her out for that shitty email, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh, yeah, now you've said it's her.
He'd already said it's her, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Well,
How do you know it's a her?
because she signed it off. She signed it off with the first name, and then
Did she have a pronouns at the email?
Whatever. This person signed it off with the name, and then
Manchester-
Google reviews
Manchester
the same
Vax.
name.
How do you know it's
was
Manchester Vax?
referenced.
It could be their Chester Vax.
Hey, come on, come on, less of that.
Judging by the look of Manchester Vax, they don't seem like the type of people to be putting the pronouns in
It's-
the signature.
I mean, it is a very.
Do you remember when
1.0.
Vicky Hungerford just made that mental call to like diss people that do that?
Who was that? Sorry.
She's the one who runs Bloodstock, isn't she?
Bloodstock.
Yeah,
yeah,
and do you know what? Everyone fucks up. She made a mistake.
Mm.
She's rectified that mistake. No hate towards her.
Hey, we did some shit as well.
But
Actually.
it was a mental call to
Yeah.
just like go on your platform and diss people that use pronouns.
crazy.
And
because,
literally, like, read the room.
Yeah, she didn't.
Like,
read the
know
room very well.
know your audience.
your
also.
audience is literally the most accepting and
Yeah.
progressive audience out there.
Yeah, that was never going to go.
I mean, the only thing worse that she could have said was "fuck Sepultura."
that would have angered some people. Like fuck Nightwish. or
Machine
something.
Head God, yeah, that was a misfire. But we all misfire sometimes, and
True.
we
Some people misfire in a parking lay-by in Scotland.
they sure do, mate. They
Yeah.
sure do.
Mm.
Fuck them. Fuck the lot of them up there.
It's
And
so.
fuck- and fuck the Daily Mail.
Indeed, recently learnt that they own the Metro, which is a real shame.
Hey, it's been a lot of that this podcast.
What?
Learning about who owns things.
Yeah,
True. It's a theme.
I'm about to own the night, mate, tonight.
Right,
Oh, you're off out, aren't we?
I'm gonna look up who do they own, because this is important. Because
Do you know what? Before,
fuck one, fuck them all. Am I
so
right?
Raz
What
has
if they own
just
Nando's?
Raz
Just
has just
screw them.
ruined the inbox segment.
I
So
don't
let's
know,
just
I don't
wrap it up
like it.
because it's annoying to look at on my phone. So the podcast email will be back next week
Well, do you want me to log in?
if you want. Wait, no, because it's on my email.
It's just a, or is it just?
It's not.
is
It's
it
not a
just
thing.
Don't just throw the thing in the bin.
What do you
just-
mean?
Just let's read another one.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
come
just so annoying
Yeah.
to read.
Well,
Do you
you should have brought your laptop
the
then.
viewers
Yeah,
want to
no,
be
I didn't want
heard.
to because I'm off out. Do you know what's annoying about
Well, I
it?
brought mine and I'm
We
off
get-
out
Well,
I've got mine here. I live here.
Why would you bring? I don't know
I
why
was
you
gonna
brought
bring
yours.
mine.
You
because we
brought
bring
yours
laptops to the podcast.
just
Now
to-
you said it.
You brought it just to talk about your 96 gig of RAM.
Yep.
He's got the headphones out. Jesus Christ.
Hey, anyway, so fuck the Daily Mail. Fuck Mail Online. Fuck Mail on Sunday.
Yep.
Fuck the Irish Daily Mail.
Whoa, hang about. That one might cause us some
Wait, whoa,
issues.
whoa, whoa,
Fuck
whoa.
the Metro. Fuck the New Scientist. Fuck
The
seven.
what?
Fuck 7 days, and fuck the Evening Standard, or at least 24.9% of the Evening Standard.
That's my least favourite.
I've got
The
another
rest
email.
of it's owned by Live Nation.
Yeah.
I've got another email. Are you ready?
Oh, and fuck ITN and fuck Teletext.
Teletext.
Yep, apparently.
Oh, I like Teletext.
I'm going to see the
At
football
least
scores
the
now.
red button's all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I've got an email here from Ian.
I am.
So Ian says, I'm funny. Have you been trying to grow on YouTube? An experience, low views and no
Oh,
response.
I love these emails. This is my favorite thing.
It sucks, right?
Like a vacuum cleaner.
That's why today I will share the exact strategy. I can't carry on.
So we get a lot of emails like that about thumbnails,
Yeah.
and they basically start by saying like, "We've seen your thumbnails aren't good enough."
Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny, right? These people, because I get it in my job, and I get it to the podcast email as well, and it's like by nature of what they're trying to sell you a service to
Yeah.
improve your SEO or improve your view retention or
Search
whatever, right?
engine
And it's like
optimization.
to do that inherently at the start, they have to insult you.
They do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not getting the results you want.
They can't say you're
Your
sick.
YouTube channel's shit.
The thing is, like, yeah, we're getting like great results.
Yeah, we are.
Mind your business. You don't know how low my standards are.
The thing
Yeah.
is, like, how are thumbnails like this? This is an example. I mean, it's
Here we
not a
go.
great
for
way
the
to show you
for the
listeners.
viewers.
Yeah, that's a great
Rob's
shot.
showing his
I like they're
laptop
really clear.
screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, how would that translate onto our
Yeah.
video?
Not
Like,
well,
it just
no.
wouldn't.
Here's the thing. I
Look at that. That's
improved.
horrible. There's
I
way too.
improved our viewer numbers by doing a podcast in a field
You did, yeah.
more so than they would with their.
There was one guy who was like, "I'll do
Regime.
you a free one,"
Yeah.
and I took him up
Do you
on
want to
it.
suck your cock as well?
I wish I took him up on it, and I would like to see if I can find that.
Mm.
Um,
You do that, and I'm going to find us another email.
What was the funny one?
Do you know what? I can't remember. There was a funny one, wasn't there? There was that guy we didn't believe.
Well, that
No,
was shit.
That
Yeah,
was a
one
shit
sick.
one, so we won't do that one.
No,
We-
the health one.
The health one. I should have flagged it, shouldn't
You should have done. Yeah.
You should have started.
I? I should have started, yeah.
Like they just all look like they've just copy and pasted a
Here's-
Mr. Beast
here's another one.
thumbnail.
This is great. It seems that you, like massive text as well. It seems that you are unable to achieve the level of impact and engagement that you're expecting from YouTube. We are here to help.
I get some absolute shit. I even get the emails. So like, you know what? So we've got a spam filter by default on Google, and it's like some of the shit that comes
Oh,
on
yeah, I
there.
found it.
Hey, creator, you're probably thinking, hey, who is this Amen guy, and why is he in my inbox? Fair question. Let me break it down for
stop
you.
trying to be personal.
And then it
Yeah.
cuts down,
Yeah.
and it's a load of shit like that.
Load of shit.
Let me see if I've got any others.
You're just reading out just your emails now.
yeah.
That's what the podcast is now.
Hi, inquiries.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
That's good.
I recently just.
Dear Stephen Merchant, we love mugs.
That's their template failing them there.
I-
isn't it?
Innit? Yeah.
Inquiries lowercase, spelled with a lowercase e, because by default all email addresses are lowercase. So like even your template's failing you. I recently discovered your YouTube channel and was genuinely impressed by your engaging content. To demonstrate how we can take your brand to the next level, we've crafted a custom there's a part of me that always wants to see like what's
they
this
come back with,
custom
yeah.
what's this custom thing that they've created.
'Cause
Hey,
The
sorry, go on.
algorithm.
on the off chance that they do actually have something pre-prepared, it would be funny to see what it was. You should try and collect some of them and make a video out of it.
I just don't want to engage with it because
No.
then like
They'll send you a PDF that's a virus or something.
It's a Mac, mate. You can't get a virus.
yeah.
Listen to this one. Mountain Dew, the esteemed producer of high-quality carbonated beverages that are perfect for quenching your thirst, is excited to connect with you for a potential collaboration.
Yeah.
Like, they'd never open like that. What I always type my name in all caps, like when I'm filling in a form, so I know if I ever get an email that says "Hi, Rob," I'm like, I know it's just
It's
not
been,
personal.
it's been swept from
Yeah.
a form. Yeah. It's
Put it
fine.
with 0.
Right, Raz, Ben, we got an email from one of our lovely audience members.
I was trying to find like a story, but I think my phone's not received because what I've done is I've linked. Oh, this is boring. Linked up my Gmail to Outlook, and I don't think it's pulled everything through. So I've just got a quick one here that that me and Jamie found.
Go on, you do one, and then I'll read a very particular
basically-
email that we got.
Oh shit! I've lost it now. Hang on.
Fucking hell.
Let me find it.
Hey, this is what it's come to.
Yeah, go on. You just bear
So
with me.
imagine my delight when I know this is spam, but imagine how on brand
Right,
I thought
found
this
it
was.
now.
Greetings. We are delighted to introduce you to San Pellegrino SPA. No way. Yes. I was like, you know what?
Are you sure that's fake?
Yeah.
But you couldn't believe your luck. Imagine that.
Teaming with San Pellegrino yields a variety of benefits, not
Through all
merely in
these
terms
years.
of financial compensation.
Can we
But also-
backdate the payments, please, based on?
Yeah, the amount of
Do
exposure
you know what
it's
that?
given you.
It's funny you should get that. I got one yesterday from Dear the View from the Afternoon. For a start, to do with a
Dear Mr. The
collaboration
Afternoon.
with Ticketmaster UK.
Oh,
Fuck.
perfect.
Yeah.
Sign us up.
Right, so I can't find any stories, but I've got a quick one from Tim Barnes, which is really funny because look how he's done Tim Barnes.
Big up to
He
me.
has done that.
Tim
one,
Barnes
yeah,
has done it
very-
as one word.
Why is he shouting at us?
Why is he shouting at us?
Because he wants
goes,
to know if you're going to sell his data and like where it go to.
True.
So it's all one word.
fair point.
Maybe.
Yeah, smart.
Long-time listener, frequent emailer. As you guys are festival veterans, are you starting to worry about the long-term damage you're doing to your bodies with heavy drinking and fast food?
Great question. I get this a lot.
Do you see, I bet you do, do you see yourself slowing down as years go on? Huge mega fan, love you all. From Tim, York / Bristol.
Well, I'm currently sat here with a beer and we're going out tonight for,
Yep.
for like the first time in fuck knows how long.
Thanks, Tim from York and
Thank
Bristol.
you, Tim, for the...
for the email. Thanks so much
Inquiry.
for sending in. We get asked this a lot,
Mm.
especially me, who's doing it every single week. And I always just look at the same thing. Look at Lemmy. And I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, look at Lemmy and look at Keith Richards.
Yeah.
They've done a lot worse than what I've done.
Yeah.
I'm just having some beers. And not really even that many.
Yeah.
And
Like
actually,
you're not shooting straight vodka from the bottle. Like
No. I'm like,
we're just having some beers and like we're having a good time, but we're not getting like catastrophically off his face.
sometimes we do, but like, that's very rare.
and I think there's more downtime than you think.
Yeah, certainly
Maybe.
off
I don't know.
drinking. But if I die, just know I've achieved pretty much everything I wanted to in life, and I'm happy.
I mean, that's it, innit?
Yeah. I had a mole on my back the other day. Or at least I thought I did.
Really?
And I thought
Was it gone
Just a
since?
hamster. It was just a hamster.
Yeah. Gerbil.
I just thought could be something terrible. But it probably isn't. And number two, if it is, I've had a great
C'est
fucking-
la vie.
Do you know what? That's too. I mean, you should get that checked out.
No, it's fine. It fell off. It was a scab.
So you didn't have a mole.
Fucking hell,
Scab
right.
on your back.
It was
Oh
like
my
very. It looked like a mole.
It
on
was a
first
piece of
glance.
pepperoni off the pizza from the RV.
Oh god, that was annoying.
God, I'm interested to watch this podcast back.
With a
Why?
few keen edits, mate, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
No edits, mate.
Aside from the
And definitely
just
no
the-
king.
just
The
the
hard
cut.
cut in the middle of it.
aside from the lighting, which is fucking shit.
Hey, I'll tell you what. As
I
well.
look like a ghost.
Yeah, it's really bad.
One more subject
Go on.
before we end it. That stagecoach lineup is sick.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that good. I don't really care about it.
Is it Post
Luke
Malone?
Combs.
No.
Luke Combs will
I don't
sell it
think.
immediately. You got
yeah,
you got
also.
Nelly on there as well.
Nelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got T-Pain.
We saw T-Pain there last year. Like,
Yeah.
no one seemed to care.
I
Oh,
don't.
I cared. Backstreet Boys.
Stagecoach. The thing with
They're
Stagecoach
getting
is it's
confused
got a lot of
there.
goodwill from me because it was as my intro to like country because I'd never paid country music any attention before Stagecoach. It were brilliant.
It was incredible.
It was really and to be there with obviously everyone.
I loved it.
It were great.
I've had a few people message me saying like, because I put it on my story,
Yeah.
saying like, really want to go to this. I'm like, you absolutely should.
Absolutely.
It's just so
yeah.
inaccessible, isn't it?
Yeah, I
That's
said
the
like,
thing.
it's fucking expensive.
I find it
but-
hard to recommend
But
stuff
is it-
when
is
like,
it-
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, go, and it's
In
like
California.
literally, it's like some stuff. Yeah, fair enough, you can
Mm.
get away with it, but like this, you need an RV for this, don't you?
And it's like $2,000 for the pitch
Fundamentally
as well.
Yeah, you need an RV.
Is there no normal camping then?
No.
There's a car camping, but
Oh, was there?
yeah,
I didn't think there was. at
But you
this.
wouldn't want it.
No, because the
It's-
whole
You
point.
need an RV.
it's-
Stagecoach, the whole point
Yeah.
is you're in there in a sodding RV. Yeah.
Thing is, if you like country music that much, then Country to Country also gets these A-listers. It just doesn't have like the wild cards like Nelly and like Backstreet Boys.
but it
like,
doesn't have the
really are wild
experience.
cards.
But if you
either.
really like country music A-listers, then Country to Country does get all them.
What's interesting is I didn't even know if I'd never heard of Morgan Wallen or Luke Combs. I didn't know these people. I just
You've been under a rock.
showed. Well, yeah, I clearly have, but I just showed up and I just thought it was great.
And
and-
Jelly Roll getting the headline
Roll,
set,
yeah.
like well deserved. Man.
Absolutely, he
He's the
smashed
cheap
it.
one.
Yeah,
He's the
Yeah.
one who's got to prove it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That Lana on there, that'd be shit.
I like the Nickelback with their last year. That was
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
great.
one of
Yeah.
the highlights.
Yeah,
Great festival. I'd recommend going if
Yeah.
you
They're
got
really
enough money.
it's a great site as well.
they really
which I know
kill
don't
it.
mean
Coachella
much,
Valley,
but
yeah.
really
Stagecoach
nice
really
site.
kills it with the with the ones at the bottom.
The
you know, like
Palomino.
yeah, it's really good.
I would have liked to see T-Pain. You know, I
He's-
don't know
he's
any of
very-
his songs,
It's
but
it's very good.
I watch him
Is
on
it?
Twitch sometimes.
Yeah, he's good
yeah,
on
I've seen him
Twitch.
on Twitch. I've seen
Nice
his little
guy.
songs on Twitch.
Very
Great.
nice guy. Yeah.
And again,
Funny
like
as well.
great voice.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Go on, mate.
Do you want to go out?
Yeah.
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 Right. So that was the view from the afternoon.
Should we stop this and then start a live stream?
Not if it looks like this.
Centurion.
Do you know what? There's it's interesting you mentioned a live stream. We'll keep you posted on that. Send your emails to podcast@tbd.tv.
And if Ben can be asked, he'll bring his laptop and look at him.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It's been a bit of a mad ep, but hopefully we'll see you next week. If anybody replies to my emails.
Thanks so
Not
much for
emails,
coming down.
messages.
Thanks so much for coming down, Jamie.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
thanks
We'll
for
have a-
thanks for
What's
coming.
coming up, actually, Robert?
Coming up.
It is coming up.
Hey,
No, I mean you're gonna come down after this.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of coming, don't you
when
want
the
to come?
pills wear off?
I can't believe this podcast started, but you've been talked about proposition.
I
And
know,
now it's
yeah.
ending the same way.
All downhill.
Crazy.
We're
Just like
consistent
all good
that.
things, it
Do you know what,
finishes with the coming.
This is probably this is the first and only ep where the listeners have got a better experience than the viewers because that looks fucking
looks
atrocious.
terrible, mate.
Atrocious, yeah.
Right, we're going to fuck off and go out. So have a good week, guys, and
Hey,
we'll see you next
cheers.
time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I bought those nice headphones.